Welcome back, Sixers fans. Game 2 between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics live here on 76ers Now, our show presented by Prize Picks. The Sixers looking to get some revenge and bounce back from a disastrous, brutal blowout loss in Game 1 on Sunday at Boston. Things really could not have gone a whole lot worse for the 76ers in that one. So what can they do to at least make this game more competitive, maybe even shock everybody and come out with a win on the road to even things up before they head back to Philadelphia for Game 3 on Friday? Good to see everybody here in the chat hanging out. And again, I'm just hoping for a nice competitive game where the Sixers are in it from start to finish. And really, I'm looking for them to make it feel more like a playoff game. They did not have the intensity that was required, the energy that was required. They said, and VJ Edgecombe admitted, we didn't make the Celtics feel like they were in a playoff matchup. That has to be the case at the very, very least today. And so who knows? We'll see what happens, but I better see some fight out of this Sixers team here tonight. As you come in here, be sure to hit that thumbs up icon and like the stream. And throughout the next 30-ish minutes or so, we'll start to preview this game and kind of talk about the things that the Sixers have to do if they do want to have a bounce-back performance and not lose by 30-plus points again, as they did in game number 1. That all being said, Celtics are still 14.5-point favorites over under set for 217.5. This game set to get underway in about 36 minutes. Tip-off is actually really set for 7:12 p.m. Eastern here on Peacock. And so we'll be with you up until then. And then, of course, during the game live, play-by-play, audience interaction. We'll all kind of ride that wave together and see if the Sixers can get off to a better start in game number 2. Naheem Irwin in the chat. Let's go Sixers, bounce back, get this one right. Let's avoid the sweep. Don't get swept, man. That would be absolutely embarrassing. I see my mom in the chat as well. Shout out to my mom. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the building. What jerseys are they wearing? Probably the Blues again, if I had to guess. But I'm not entirely sure. Peter, the teams that needed to win lost, and hopefully the Sixers here can get something going early in the game. I think it's very important they start off strong if they want to avoid another repeat performance of Game 1. As I mentioned, as you come in here, be sure to hit that thumbs up icon and like the stream. You want the Sixers to bounce back in this game, beat Boston in Boston, and totally flip the vibes of this series. So I'll tell you what, if you can steal one here in game number 2, all of a sudden, the pressure is really all on Boston, right? They dropped a game at home, and now they're going to be forced to win a game on the road if they want to win the series. The Sixers really, I don't want to say in the driver's seat in a 1-1 series, but you certainly feel a lot better about yourself. So hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. We got 20 people hanging out, 5 likes. Can we get to 10 likes here early on? Hit 15 3-pointers tonight from my dad. The Sixers shot 4 of 23 from 3 in game number 1. And we'll go through some of the numbers here coming up in a little bit. A historically awful shooting night for Philadelphia. Almost impossible, really, for them to repeat how bad they were in game 1 from the outside. Elvis the Void meme. I want them to, but I think it's going to be tough. They need to play faster, passing, and stop over helping on the drive for one. And look, the perimeter defense was one of my biggest concerns with game number 1. The Sixers, the amount of times on a pick and roll or a simple dribble drive got beat to the basket was maddening. I mean, it was so frustrating to see. There was no rim protection at all, and they weren't doing anything to stop guys getting to the rim either. And they definitely need to play faster as well. I agree. Play with more of an urgency. They didn't come out and make it feel like it was a playoff game like they did against the Magic in the play-in. They had so much urgency. They were so focused. They were so locked in. You could tell that they were playing together, and that just was not the case on Sunday. All right, plenty to get to here on our watch party. in the about 33 minutes until this game does officially get underway. Before we do, though, as I mentioned off the top, I want to give a big shout out to Prize Picks, who is a sponsor of today's watch party. Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Playoff basketball is here. Baseball season's underway. There's no better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. Flyers, how about them as well in the hockey playoffs? It's super simple to use the Prize Picks app. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You can choose flex play, power play, and you are on your way. If you want some inspiration for your picks during the series or just really any day for that matter, you can give me a follow right now on the Prize Picks app with their new social feeds feature. My username on there is @JChip. You can also follow your friends on there and copy lineups with just a single click. And you can see my lineups before I even reveal them here on the show. Speaking of my lineups, here is what I'm rocking with for tonight's game. 3-pick power play, $10 to pay $60 here. And I'm going kind of with the idea the Sixers have a bounce-back game here in this one. I'm going Jaylen Brown less than 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Struggled a little bit for the most part in Game 1. Paul George, more than 2.5 3-pointers made. Only made 1 in Game 1. I think he bounces back in this one, knocks down 3 triples. Tyrese Maxey, more than 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He could easily score 35, 36 points in this game. So that's what I'm rocking with. You can tail me, you can fade me, whatever you do, be sure to do it with Prize Picks. And a great offer for new users. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. That link in the live chat in the description as well right now. All right, let's get the chat going a little bit. I want to know, where are you watching from? Let me know. I know people watching from all over the place here on 76ers now, so let me know. I'll give you shout-outs in the chat for whoever is in there. Naheem, good news is Joel will be getting full strength, and he is heading towards the right direction. Yeah, so we'll talk about Embiid and the Embiid update. Made a short on this when the news broke yesterday. I'm going to talk about it more tonight as well once the game is over on the postgame show. But, yeah, Embiid was cleared in his beginning, his strength and conditioning program post-surgery. It's been 12 days since he had the appendectomy. But I still don't really think it lines up much for him to return in this series. I mean, a potential Game 7 would be Saturday, May 2nd, which is less than 2 weeks from today. And you really can't rush back from an appendectomy. Edgecombe talked about it. Like, I hope they're not really pushing him too much. His health is the main concern. So I'd be shocked if he appears in this series. Maybe there's a chance. Some people say, oh, well, why would they even bother doing this if they don't think there's even a chance he could return? And I'll tell you this, the Sixers have done stuff like this before just to kind of get in the good graces of the fans and at least put some energy back into the series. If they're making people think that Embiid could return, maybe at least make the Celtics think that Embiid could return, but they're not fooling me. I think there's really no shot that Embiid does return in this series, but who knows? Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Naheem's watching from Philly. My dad says, where do you think? That's funny. As always, watch out for Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Got to watch out for the Jays. They were both pretty good in Game 1, although Jaylen Brown was pretty bad early on. He kind of started playing better once the game was kind of already over in the third quarter. A little stat padding there for Jaylen Brown, but we'll see what he does tonight. We'll see what he does tonight. That's why that start to that game was so difficult to watch, because you kind of felt like, for the most part, like nobody else was playing that well outside of Tatum early on. I mean, got to take advantage when their top guys are not playing up to their standards. So keep letting me know where you're watching from down in the chat, and we'll kind of go through some more game notes here with about 30 minutes to go until this one gets underway. And Naheem, if you want the Sixers to bounce back, sub 4 dubs. We got a saying here on the channel, you want the Sixers to win. If you're not already, got to hit that sub button. Sub 4 dubs, baby. Starting the stream off with 25,561 subscribers. Would love to get over 25,600 today. That's picking up about another 40 subs. So we'll see if we can get there. Christian Malley getting us going with our first super chat of the game. Christian, a legend and a real one here on the program, just like Naheem as well. Naheem Irwin always here. Shout out to Christian for the $5 super chat. All super chats we pop up on screen and, of course, read out your message as well. And so I'll bring this up now. Here it is from Christian Malley, baby. Hi to everybody. Hope Game 2 is going better for the Sixers than Game 1. Can't be much worse, right? Famous last words. Who knows? But, yeah, I'm hoping, even if they don't win tonight, just play competitive, keep it close. Let us believe, at least, that you're going to win the game for a large part. And who do you know? Or who knows, I should say. When you get down to the end of the game, the Sixers have actually had the best clutch time defense in the NBA all season long. And so you get it to within 5 points in the last 5 minutes. You never know what can happen, man. You have some big-time shot makers, especially Tyrese Maxey. And so we will see. Christian, thank you so much for that super chat, getting us going here on the program. Again, all super chats, we show up on screen. Just, little extra donation to support the show if you're a legend, if you're a real one. I just go the extra mile. Really do appreciate it. So all of them get shown up on screen. And then $5 super chats that come in here on our super chat menu, I give you guys a beer cheers. Any 20s or more that come in, I got some beer bongs on deck ready to go because we like to have some fun here on the show as well, in addition to providing with some great coverage for your 76ers. So that 5 that came in, I got the Miller Lite on deck today. I thought the Happy Dads, I usually prefer the Happy Dads, but thinking maybe there was some bad luck. And so I don't want to, got to switch it up from game number 2. Or for game number 2. Game 1, I had no hat. I was wearing a different shirt. I was drinking Happy Dads, so trying to switch up the vibes a little bit here on the channel. But Christian, thank you for that. Give you that beer cheers. Naheem says, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, baby. Like and subscribe. Before we get this one underway, about 25 minutes out. I saw a stat earlier. Oh, and I wish I had saved it. I hope I saved it, but basically, higher seeded teams who go up 2-0 in the playoffs, which, of course, the Celtics, being the higher seeded team, would go up 2-0 if they win like 90-something% of series when they go up 2-0 and they're the higher seeded team. So, is it a must win almost? I mean, look, if you want to win the series, you have to win a game at Boston. And so why not game number 2 here? I feel like it's probably the easiest one to get if you're going to try to win a game at home. Alrighty. Christian, cheers. And here's to, hopefully, a big-time Sixers upset win. $32-point loss in game 1. Can they get it back here tonight? All right, let's go to my game notes. Obviously, Celtics leading the series 1-0 after that dominant win where it felt like they were getting whatever they wanted out there. I mean, driving to the basket. Late, they started hitting a bunch of threes, getting out, running in transition on the fast break. It was just a porous effort, poor performance from Philadelphia. In a game where the Sixers went 4 for 23 from 3. A historically bad shooting night that we'll add some context to here in just a minute. But it just simply put, you're never going to win a game, especially in the playoffs, against a really good Celtics team when you shoot 4 of 23 from 3. So some shots just have to go down tonight. If not, we could be in for another long night. But generally, those kind of things don't continue to happen, at least not that poorly, night in and night out. Of course, Jaylen Brown does remain out, dealing with the appendicitis, but it was reported yesterday that Embiid has begun his strength and conditioning program as he recovers from the surgery, which was 12 days ago. Now, of course, the question everyone's asking and everyone wants to know the answer to is, does that mean Jaylen Brown will be back at some point in this series? I've even seen some people say oh, could he be back for game 3 on Friday at home in Philadelphia? Because Embiid not with the team in Boston right now. He's back healing up in Philly. And look, I'll say this. I would be extremely, extremely shocked if Embiid's able to return at any point in this series. I think the only chance he would have is if maybe you can push this to a 7-game series, but there's just almost no way I see Philadelphia pushing this to a 7-game series without Embiid. Again, you never know. A win here would go a long way. But even then, I'd be shocked if Embiid's able to return. We'll see. We will see if he does make a surprise appearance. But, you know, you really can't rush returning from an appendix injury. There's a lot of risks, a lot of danger in returning from that too early, especially playing a sport, right, like basketball in the NBA, where a lot of contact, right, to the sides, the body. He gets hit weird one way, things could get really, really bad. And so I would be very, very shocked if they bring him back early. I'm hoping, you know, Embiid's a guy who will always play through stuff. He'll do whatever he can to fight through injuries and play through them, especially in the postseason. I'm just hoping someone's looking out for him and saying, like, hey, dude, like, this is too dangerous. There could be a lot more serious outcomes if you play with this injury. It's not worth it. But, of course, we will have to wait and see on that front. All right, about 20 minutes to go. Let's get the chat rolling again. Let me know your score predictions down in the comment section. 25 people watching as we hope the Sixers can pull this one out. I want to predict the Sixers win. I really, really do. And you know what? I'm going to do it. Why not? Why not? What do we got to lose, right? Give me the Sixers 116 to 112. They win late off a big Paul George 3 that puts them up 4 with little time remaining, and they end up holding on and closing that one out. I'm going to go Sixers, what would I say, 116, 112? Little bit of a, you know, ballsy play, but I think the Sixers come out and get the victory here tonight. Let me know your score predictions down in the comments section. I'll be reading them all out. Also, our poll question as well. Will the Sixers bounce back and win game 2? 69% of people right now are saying yes, that they do believe Philadelphia is going to win this game. So shout out to the Sixers fans. Some people still believe in. I know for the most part, vibes aren't all that great for the Sixers fans. And a lot of people probably just focused on watching the Flyers at this point as they're up 2-0 over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Another great win last night. But we still got some postseason basketball to be played, and the Sixers are not down and out just yet, man. Not down and out just yet. Naheem going 116, 112 as well. Tyrese Maxey, more than 20 points. Low-scoring game. My dad says Sixers 96, Boston 82. Ugly, fight-it-out type of performance there. I think we got a Celtics fan in the building. We want Boston chance. About to get swept. It's 1-0, man. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, Opa. All right? Still a lot of series left to go. Lot of series left to go. Yeah, Naheem Maxey. Superstar, baby. No doubt about it. Q Genius back in the building. Good to see you, Q Genius. We locked in. Let's hope the Sixers are locked in, man. Let's hope the Sixers are locked in, because they certainly were not on Sunday. VJ Edgecombe talked about it, Maxey as well. They didn't make it feel like a playoff game for Boston. They didn't force Boston to play with that energy, to play, you know, with that playoff feel. They're playing free out there, like it was a regular season game. It just can't happen. Just cannot happen. What I'm interested to see, and maybe this has been released already. Let me double check if we have the starting lineups. Yep, so same starting lineups as game number 1. I thought maybe there was a chance that Nick Nurse was going to go with Andre Drummond instead of Adem Bona in the starting lineup. But they will not be making a change, and the Sixers will be sticking with Adem Bona at the center spot. Now, of course, him and Drummond will get a lot of run, and we'll see if they can be better than they were in game number 1, because both Adem Bona and Andre Drummond were pretty horrific in game number 1, despite Neemias Queta getting in foul trouble early and Vucevic playing a lot of the game, and Vucevic wasn't all that good. But it'll be Maxey, VJ, Oubre, George, and Bona, the same starting 5 for Philadelphia, and the same starting 5 for the Boston Celtics. Derrick White, Sam Hauser, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, and the previously mentioned Neemias Queta. So we will see. No adjustment made here for Nurse. What other adjustments does he look to make to avoid a similar result from yesterday's game? Or Sunday, I should say. All right, let me know who you got down in the chat. Under 20 minutes ago until tip. Opa, Tatum 20 points, Jaylen Brown 25, Maxey 20, Edgecombe 15. I think Maxey has more than 20. I think we got a 30-plus point performance from Tyrese Maxey tonight. Tatum 20, Brown 25. Don't hate those numbers there. I think Tatum ends up scoring more than Jaylen Brown in this game, but we'll see. Andre Drummond should be the center from Naheem. They've just both, him and Bona, have been so inconsistent. It's tough to say really definitively one way or the other who I'd rather go with. Because, again, they were just both no good. Kevin saying go Celtics. We got a Celtics fan in the building right now. Cute genius. As long as we can keep the game competitive throughout, we'll have a chance to steal this one. And, you know, it sounds simple, but again, like that's one of the biggest things is just like be more competitive. That's it. Keep the game close and anything can happen. Play with more intensity. Opa, Oubre hits 3 threes. Oubre could not buy a 3 in game 1. I believe he went 0 for 5 from 3 in game number 1 with a lot of wide open looks that he just was not able to hit. And so we'll see if they can get some more of those going in game number 2. Naheem, get Justin Edwards involved. He did get some run in game number 1, hit a 3 in the first couple minutes he was in the game, but outside of that, didn't really make much of an impact. Nurse has said, like, between him, Jabari Walker, Trenton Watford, some of the guys that they would bring off the bench, he does trust Edwards the most, but we'll see if maybe Nurse does get a Watford or a Walker more involved in this game. So I mentioned, and I kind of been talking the whole show really about how awful the Sixers shot in game 1. It was to historic proportions how bad the Sixers were, not just shooting overall, but shooting wide open jump shots as well. How about these stats here from Sleeper 76ers over on X? The Sixers on wide open field goals, where the closest defender is 6 or more feet away from you. That is a lot of space in the NBA, right? You should make a lot of those shots that you're that wide open. On those wide open shots in game 1, per NBA stats, the Sixers shot 1 of 14 overall and 0 of 12 from 3. They got 12 open three-point shots. Wide open three-point shots in game 1 where they had 6+ feet of space, and they couldn't hit one of them. Make or miss league, they missed a lot in game 1. You got to figure that changes, right? In game number 2, I mean, there's almost no way they can shoot that poorly again. And just to kind of further go along with that point, like this chart I'm showing you here, as you can see the top, it says Philly can't shoot much worse, basically shows a team's effective field goal percentage, their shooting percentage, relative to their shot quality. So the higher up on the graph you are, the better you shot than expected based off the kind of shots you were getting. The farther down you are in the list, the worse you shot based on the shots you were getting. So the Sixers shot poorly on pretty good looks. That red dot there at the bottom is the Sixers on Sunday. This is among playoff games. One of the worst shooting performances relative to what they would be expected to shoot based on the looks they were getting in playoff history. You hope that's a little more towards the mean moving on in the rest of the series. You can't keep having games like they did in that one against the Celtics. As I mentioned, we're trying to reach a goal here tonight of 25,600 subscribers. We are 38 people away. Can we get there? I imagine a lot of the people that are here this early on are some real ones that are already subscribed, already have their notifications turned on. But if not, hit that sub button for year-round Sixers coverage. If the offseason comes sooner than we all hope, that's fine. We get the best offseason coverage right here on the channel. But for now, playoff coverage, watch parties every single day. Q Genius, I got the defense at least being much better tonight. And the defense absolutely, even more than the shooting, because I think the shooting does come around. There's almost no way they shoot that bad again. The defense was what concerned me even more. And so that's what I'll be looking out for really from the start. I mean, I was watching, for example, the Timberwolves-Nuggets game last night, a fantastic series, like it always is between those two teams, and another fantastic game. Minnesota was down massive early on. In fact, I had the exact number here because it was ridiculous. The Nuggets came out in that first quarter and into the second quarter as well, and just were putting a beat down on Denver or on Minnesota. Denver was up 19 points, as much as 19 points early on in that game. And what did the Timberwolves do? They didn't let them being down get to their heads and affect their play the rest of the game. They played with a tough mentality, a tough mindset. They fought and they fought and they fought. And they used their defense, especially late in the ball game, to be able to win that game and beat Denver on the road in Denver to even up their series 1-1. Now, obviously, Minnesota, a better defensive team with better defensive personnel than Philadelphia has at their disposal. But that just goes to show you, man, the difference between a team like that who has that mentality, never say die, right, who has the ability to lock down on defense when they need to and come back from big deficits. It was their second largest come from behind and win in the playoffs in their franchise history. Sixers have not shown that kind of fight in these kind of moments. And so I think that's, a reflection of the players a little bit, but I think it's a reflection of Nick Nurse and kind of the culture that's instilled as well. But who knows? We'll see if they can put together some type of similar fight in this one. Alrighty. Just about 10 minutes until this game gets underway. 35 people watching, 15 likes. Can we get to 20 likes here on the program if you're excited for game number 2? If you want to see the Sixers pick up an upset win, as we now have 40 people watching, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. When we get to 20 likes, we're 5 away. I'll give you all another free beer cheers in addition to this one right now. So we are 5 likes away. Up to 43 people watching live. Let me know, who are you rooting for? Who you got? Sixers, Celtics. Also, if you want to give me a follow over on Twitter, I'll be tweeting out the entire night. If there's big plays that happen during the game and you're unable to watch the game and you're here to hear me call the game, but you want to see some of these big plays, I'll be tweeting throughout the game and tweeting out some of the highlights if there are any for the Sixers. There weren't any last game. At Jake Chipper, you see it on screen right there. Give me a follow. I'll give you a shout out and a follow back if you follow me. If you already do follow me, you're a real one. 1 like away from 20. 1 like away from 20. Naheem typing those PHIs. Also says, whatever you do, don't force turnovers, don't foul the shooters. Yeah, don't turn the ball over, don't foul the shooters. Turnovers uncharacteristically poor for the Sixers. They usually take care of the ball pretty well. And they only had 14 turnovers, which isn't a awful number, but it was really their transition defense, which was worse. And how many live ball turnovers there were. Opa, if Paul George, Edgecombe, Maxey go off and can stay consistent, Sixers have a great chance. I mean, when you're missing your best player and you're missing Joel Embiid, that's really all you can do. That's what you need to happen, I should say, is those three guys right there, your three best players, have to be phenomenal. They have to, especially on the road where, on the road, role players tend to not play quite as well as they do at home. And so you need the guys you can depend on, George, Maxey, VJ, to really step up and put in some good performances. Tyrese Maxey did not have his best game, and here he is talking. I want to hear what he has to say. Play harder, more physical, play together, play the right way is a message from Tyrese Maxey, who had 21 in Game 1. Max is focused, getting in the paint, creating plays for his teammates. That was a message from Nick Nurse. Take the shots he is given by the defense. Maxey says, got a flush Game 1. Fight, try to get a win, go back to Philly, tied up 1-1. No, it's going to be loud. But got to do what you got to do to win the ball game. From Maxey. Seems locked in. Hopefully that's kind of the vibe of the entire team coming from their leader. Tip off just around the corner. Philly boy, what's going on? Yo, yo, yo. Can't wait for tonight and for you to be on the Eagles Chat Sports for the NFL Draft. Yes, NFL Draft just 2 days away. Busy time of the year for someone like me and some of our other NBA guys here at Chat Sports, where it's NBA playoffs, first round, and also NFL Draft. And so a lot going on. But yes, for those of you Sixers fans who are also Eagles fans, go follow our Eagles channel, Eagles Now by Chat Sports. I produce that channel. Chase Sr., my guy who used to host this Sixers channel, does host Eagles. And so we'll be live for all 3 days of the NFL Draft as well. But for now, we're focused on the Sixers. Also, we got to that goal of 20 likes. Keep hitting that thumbs up icon because we got there. Giving y'all a beer cheers. Appreciate it. More likes we get, more Sixers fans we can get into the building. Rich Sports. Let's go Sixers. Let's go Rich. Let's go. I want to feel confident, man. I do. I really do. And how about this? Shout out to the Flyers from Naheem. Yes, up 2-0 in their series. Can the Sixers get some of that? Some of those good vibes from the Flyers? They could certainly use some of that right now. And some of the Flyers' early playoff success against Pittsburgh. Where has that been for Philadelphia? How about this? Shout out to John Clark, NBC Sports. Sixers are 0-20 in playoff series when they go down 0-2 in a series. So you could argue this is a must win. Five minutes to go. 50 people watching. Getting ready for this one to go and get underway. We need it, man. We need it. Let's get some F Bostons going in the chat. I can't stand the Celtics. I can't stand Celtics fans. Let's get some F Bostons going in the chat. I know there are some Celtics fans in here. And you're welcome to be in here. Of course, you're welcome to be in here. But you're watching 76ers now, baby. F the Celtics. F the Celtics. Kev, man, can't wait for tip-off. We're only 4 minutes away. Philly boy typing F Boston. My dad typing F Boston. Philly boy. But if you're a Celtics fan, join Smitty. Yeah, we do have my good friend Tyler Smith running our Celtics channel. So if you are looking for a place to watch a game and you're a Celtics fan, Celtics Today by Chat Sports. He is live right now. What are your keys to victory for the Sixers against the Celtics? Number one, you have to play harder, more physical, more aggressive defense, especially on the perimeter and in the pick and roll. There were too many times where Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard were just walking to the basket with pretty much no resistance. And so that starts with your perimeter defense. Got to take better care of the ball, get back in transition, and just make some shots, man. Just make some shots. He's lying. Leave. Yeah, Celtics fans got to leave. My mom typing F Boston. As the Sixers starters are being introduced at TD Garden, Maxey, VJ, Oubre, Paul George, and Adem Bona are your starters for Philadelphia. What does Nick Nurse have up his sleeve, man? Please tell me Mike Breen is calling the game. No, this is on Peacock. No Breen. I'm calling the game, baby. It's not Tarico either. I should not try. I haven't really been listening. I don't really know who's calling this game. I think it's Jason Benetti and Robbie Hummel. Jason Benetti and Robbie Hummel, I believe. There's 3 games on Peacock tonight, and so I think that Peacock put their C team on the Sixers game. Miss Joel, me too, man. Me too. Celtic starters being introduced. Derrick White, Sam Hauser, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, Neemias Queta. Let's go, baby. Jason does baseball? It says he's calling the game here when I looked it up. Yeah, he is. He does do baseball, yeah, but he's doing this game. Interestingly enough. All right, under a minute to go until this game gets underway. Here's what I need from all the Sixers fans out there in the building. If you want the Sixers to beat the Boston Celtics here tonight, bounce back from game 1, even up the series at 1 game apiece, I need as many 7 6s in the chat right now as you can type. I'll get us started off. Type in those 7 6s. Get down in the chat, typing for me. Like Philly boy, and he and my dad as well getting down in the building. Type in those 7 6s. Let's go. Let's go. Mella in the building, typing those 7 6s. Come on, come on, come on. They're flying. They're flying. Alrighty. Moments away. Moments away. Keep them going. Keep them going. Keep them going. All right, here we go. Starters coming out on the floor. Getting ready for tip-off here. Let's go. Love seeing it. Love seeing all those 7-6s in the building. Keep them going. Keep them going. 82 people watching, 27 likes. We should be able to get to 40 likes, no problem. If you're excited for this game to start, we're mere seconds away. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream as we're getting into it right here on 76ers Now. My name's Jake Chipper. I'm here with you throughout the entire night. And here we go. Adem Bona, Neemias Queta taking the tip. And it's won by Boston. They will control. All right, what is this level of defensive intensity and effort going to look like for Philadelphia? George up in the mitt of Jayson Tatum, who gets it to Jaylen Brown, drives inside, back out to Tatum, his three. It's good. Jayson Tatum getting us started early here. It's good defense there by the Sixers. Better shot making. Here's VJ now on the outside. Looking to get it to Paul George down low. Guarded by Derrick White. He does. George now will back down on the smaller Derrick White. Now he'll face him up. He kind of pushes Derrick White off and knocks down the mid-range jumper. So Celtics won an offensive foul there, but no call. George gets his first two of the night. Now Derrick White outside of Tatum, corner to Jaylen Brown. He'll drive on Oubre. He'll get inside, kick out to Hauser, rotate over to Derrick White. His three, no good. Bona tips the rebound back out to Tatum. Gives it back to Hauser, and Hauser knocks down the three. So 2 threes early for the Celtics. Not ideal here. VJ gets it down to Paul George again. Paul George, little jab step, fadeaway jumper for two. It's good again for PG. Paul George, 2 for 2 early here. Love to see that. Now Queta inside to a cutting Tatum. His layup, no good. Good defense there by VJ to pick him up in the paint and force the miss. Now VJ exploding to the rim, up and in. How about VJ Edgecombe with the finish? Great sequence there for VJ, the good defense, and now the layup as Derrick White lobs it up to Queta. But the refs will say that Bona pushed Queta on the lob attempt, so Queta will go to the line here for our first free throws of the night. All right, here's Jaylen Brown now. Working on Maxey. Great defense by Maxey to hound him, but Brown gets downhill and just dunked all over Adem Bona. Oh, my goodness. And they're going to tee up Jaylen Brown after the dunk. Just a disgusting play there from Jaylen Brown to get by Tyrese Maxey. Absolutely detonated on Adem Bona. But Brown will be called for a tech, and let's see what he did here. He kind of walked into Bona, stared him down. Bona fell over. Hey, we'll take it. I don't know about that call there, but I'll take it all day. Technical free throw is good, and so Sixers now down 8-7 as VJ Edgecombe with the ball. He'll work off the bonus screen. He'll pull from the elbow, and he's good. VJ Edgecombe now with a couple buckets early. Good sign here for VJ to get it going early. Now Tatum working off the Queta screen. He'll go cross court. Jaylen Brown open three. Too strong. Long rebound goes back out to Tatum. And Tatum's going to commit an offensive foul. Gave it up for Jaylen Brown, but his momentum carried him right into Kelly Oubre. That'll be Sixer ball. Pretty good start here if you're the Sixers. So early offensive foul here going against Jayson Tatum. Now Edgecombe, same spot as last shot. That one no good. Now Tatum posting up on VJ. A little shimmy shake shot is good. What a shot there from Tatum. Back the other way. Maxey. His mid-range jumper rolls around and in. Tatum, a deep three. Wow, Tatum took that from several feet behind the three-point line. Now Maxey, down low to Bona. One dribble, Bona. That's going to be a jump ball. Sam Hauser making a good play on the ball there. And Bona and Hauser will jump it up. What's going on? Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, Jaylen Brown just threw it all the way down on him. Huh? Threw it all the way down on him, man. It was disgusting. But he got teed up afterwards, so. He got teed up afterwards. Not bad so far, not bad. Been better offensively. Defense still really non-existent, but that's okay as long as you're scoring. Bona wins the tip. It's tapped around. Maxey controls it. Now we'll shoot a little step back two over Derrick White. That's money. That's butter for Tyrese Maxey. His second shot of the night. And now a backcourt going to be called on Tatum. Got a little loose with it at the half-court line. Another turnover there for the Celtics. And actually, it was Derrick White. Yeah, that's not on Tatum. That's actually on Derrick White, who gave it up to Tatum when Tatum wasn't even past half-court. Maxey over to VJ. Wide open look for three. VJ can't get the corner triple to fall. It's another wide open shot, no good. Now Derrick White finds himself wide open for three, and he nails it. Just not getting back off a missed shot. Nobody picked up Derrick White. Boston already 3 of 6 from 3 in this ball game. Sixers 0 of 1. Here's Maxey trying to change that. Maxey thought he was fouled, bricked a three. Looking at the ref like, where's my call? Whistles are silent. Now here's Tatum, gets downhill past Bona. His layup is good. It's just a mismatch there. Bona on Tatum. Maxey into the paint. Turnaround midi. No good. Queta corrals the rebound. Jaylen Brown drives in. He'll be fouled by Kelly Oubre on the floor before the shot. And we will head to commercial break. Sixers down 15-13. Offense has been better, scoring from 2. But the defense, I think, has still been pretty atrocious. But we will take a timeout here. And while we have a second, we'll tell you guys about our sponsor here on today's watch party. That is our friends at Prize Picks. I want to give a big shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app. Postseason basketball is here, and there's no better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. It's super simple to use. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, choose flex or power play, and you're on your way. If you want some inspiration for your picks, you can follow me on the Prize Picks app now with their new social feeds feature, my username @JChip. You can also follow your friends and copy lineups with just a single click, and you can see my lineups before I show them here on 76ers Now. And speaking of my lineup, we can take a look at how that's doing so far here tonight. Get a updated look at the numbers. As here we go. So this is what I'm rocking with here. Jaylen Brown, less than 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's got 5. Paul George, more than 2.5 3-pointers made. None yet. It's early. Tyrese Maxey, more than 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's got 6 so far. Great offer for new users. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive an extra $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. That link I'm throwing in the chat right now. All right. It's been a more competitive start so far. Been a more competitive start so far. But we will see what the Sixers can do coming out of this timeout. $20 super chat coming in. Our first 20 of the night. Shout out to my mom for the $20 super chat. Good start. Let's keep it going. Go Sixers. Yeah, still the defense I'm not loving. The defense I am not loving so far. All right, coming out of commercial break now. Paul George talking about after that last game that wasn't playoff basketball, what the Sixers played in game 1. Got to be tougher, got to play better. Here's that 20. Let's go. Derrick White, he'll take a 3 here out of the timeout. That's no good. Offensive rebound goes to Boston. VJ Edgecombe hits the deck. He's able to collect himself. White feeds low to Queta. Queta's hook shot over Drummond is good. Andre Drummond's checked into the game. VJ took a hard fall trying to get that rebound. He's holding his back a little bit. But appears to be okay. Here's Paul George. His first 3 of the night is no good. Sixers have yet to hit a 3 once again here tonight. Tatum over to Hauser. Hauser, shot fake on the 3. Gives it to White. Little spin move. Midi. Around and out for Derrick White. Maxey to George. Gives it right back to Tyrese. Now Maxey looking for a screen. Maxey gets it over to VJ. Guarded by White. He attacks. Kicks to Oubre. Corner triple. Way off. Didn't even hit the rim from the corner. Rebound goes to Boston. Now Jaylen Brown. Deep post position on Maxey. Good help from Drummond. Has to reset up top to Tatum. Guarded by VJ. Corner. Hauser. Wide open look is good. Just an off-ball screen that Kelly Oubre made no effort to get over. Oubre not in good position. Now Maxey off the Drummond screen, gets a good look from the mid-range, but can't hit that. It's a 10-0 run for Boston over the last 2.5 minutes. Hauser, another 3. This one no good. Ball tipped off of Paul George. Going to stay with the Celtics here. And there's just no reason for Kelly Oubre to be that far away from Sam Hauser as he was when he just gave up that corner 3. It's just unacceptable, man. And VJ Edgecombe with a pretty severe limp right now. He's going to the locker room. VJ Edgecombe going to the locker room. Is not moving well. Jaylen Brown gets inside. He'll be fouled by Kelly Oubre. He'll go to the line, but the concern right now is all for VJ Edgecombe. Took a hard fall on his back after the rebound. And he is headed to the locker room. That is not what you want to see. Jaylen Brown's first free throw is no good. Oh, man. It's the last thing the Sixers need is more injuries, especially to a player like VJ. That was a hard fall in it, right on his tailbone. Brown's second free throw is good. Here's Grimes, who's checked in the game along with Edwards. Grimes gets inside, can't hit the layup. Here's Tatum now running over to Pritchard, over to Brown. Thought he stepped out of bounds. Instead, he'll drive in, little Euro step, left hand finish is good. Celtics are really pushing the pace now. 13-0 run. Here's Maxey, his three. No good. One and done for the Sixers. Tatum over to Vucevic. Vucevic thought about the three. He kicks it to Pritchard in the corner. His three's no good. A lot of threes already are getting up for Boston. Now Grimes going ISO on Tatum. Nothing doing there. Resets to Maxey. 9 to shoot. Maxey, his step back three is off. Rebound Boston. Jaylen Brown, a couple sweet moves. Resets to Vucevic up top. Now Tatum working on Edwards. Gets it down low. Back to Jaylen Brown. Posting up on Grimes. Good double team from the Sixers. Vucevic for three. Good. And Sixers will call timeout. Already down big early on. Not what you've wanted to see over the last few minutes. Not what you've wanted to see over the last few minutes. Nate, letting out your frustrations with the Nick Nurse. I'm kind of with you there, man. The Sixers feel like they don't run any plays on offense. I feel like they never run any plays on offense. It's just pick and roll, barely, or post someone up or ISO. That's all it ever feels like it is. And the Celtics are raining down threes already. Sixers can't get any good looks. I mean, they just look totally outclassed and outmatched. Just totally outclassed and outmatched. Can't make a layup. I mean, this has gone exactly how Boston has wanted so far. Take a look at some numbers here. They're already not pretty. Sixers just 6 of 17 from the field, 0 of 6 from 3, picking up right where they left off in game number 1. They're already getting out rebounded 13 to 4, which again, one of my concerns coming into the series was the offensive rebounding battle and how Boston could dominate the glass. The Sixers did a better job of that in game 1. Philadelphia did not allow Boston to dominate the glass, but they're doing that now in this game. Celtics have 7 assists on 10 made shots, and they've already knocked down 5 of their 11 three-point attempts. Boston almost has as many made threes as the Sixers have taken threes. And make matters worse, VJ Edgecombe headed to the locker room. The first few minutes weren't bad. But the last few minutes, they have been rough. They're just outmatched. Chris, no offense, no defense. Sickening display. That's a great word to describe this. It's sickening. It really is. Philadelphia took a 13-10 lead in this game with 7:48 left to play off a Maxey fadeaway 2. Since then, Boston has gone on a 16-0 run over the last 4 minutes. Disgusting. Tatum already has 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Hauser's already knocked down a couple threes. Embarrassing. We'll see if Philadelphia can do something here. Make a push to end this first quarter. Here's Max. He gets an open look at it from 3. He knocks it down. It's about as good of a start as you can ask for coming out of the timeout. Maxey knocks down the triple. First one of the night for Philadelphia. Sixers down 10. Now Jaylen Brown working on George, and PG was just a little too up in the chest of Jaylen Brown, so they're going to call a foul on Paul George there. So that'll be a foul on PG, number 2 on Paul George in this first quarter. Brown and George matched up once again. He'll get a screen from Derrick White. Now Maxey switches on, and this has not been a good matchup for the Sixers. But Brown gives it up to Derrick White, takes a long 3, no good. Offensive rebound Celtics, because of course. Now Pritchard takes a deep 3. That one's no good. Maxey, good box out, grabs the rebound. And his right-hand layup is no good. Drummond, though, there for the follow. Little 5-0 run for the Sixers coming out of that timeout. And now Paul George is going to pick up his 3rd foul. That's only his 2nd. Excuse me, only the 2nd there on Paul George. But Celtics in the bonus. Brown will go to the line. Misses another free throw. He's struggled at the line tonight. Missing another free throw there. Second free throw coming for Jaylen Brown. No good again. How about that? Jaylen Brown just bricking free throws out here. All right, Sixers cutting into this lead. Here's Quentin Grimes. Open look from 3. Got it to go. Quentin Grimes. Sixers back within 5. 8-0 run since that timeout. Now Pritchard. Good defense by the Sixers on that pick and roll. Grimes picks him up outside. They'll go back to the pick and roll. Maxey gets the steal. Wide open down the floor. Throws it down with 2 hands. Sixers back within 3. This is what I'm talking about. 10-0 run for Philadelphia. This is what they didn't do in game 1. Dominic Barlow now into the game, guarding Jaylen Brown outside. Brown wants to go ISO. Couple moves, good defense, nearly stolen away by Maxey. Out to Pritchard, pump fake. Got caught with it, puts up a 2, air ball, and it'll be Sixer ball, shot clock violation. This last couple minutes here has looked a lot better for the Sixers. They look like they finally are playing playoff level basketball. Welcome to the playoffs, Philadelphia. Sixers down 26-23. Maxey off the screen, going to be an illegal screen called on Andre Drummond. Drummond doesn't like the call. Drummond was clearly moving, though. Got to get planted. Got to set those feet on that screen, Drummond. Now Pritchard out to Vucevic. Vooch drives in, little right-hand floater. Good shot there from Vooch. Gets Boston back on the board. And Quentin Grimes tried to get it to Barlow in the corner. Barlow cut in, though. Grimes was not expecting that. $30 left in this first quarter. Sixers down 5. Here's Jaylen Brown. No good on the jumper. Peyton Pritchard up top to Derrick White. His three-pointer. Also no good. Rebound goes to Drummond. And shot clock is unplugged. Sixers can take the last shot of the quarter here, down 28-23. Maxey has it up top, guarded by Jordan Walsh. 10 seconds to play. He'll get a screen now from Barlow. And Boston had a foul to give, so they'll foul Maxey with 7 seconds left. It's going to be on Walsh, grabbing at Maxey. So Sixers will inbound here with 7 seconds to play. They are now in the bonus. Paul George will come back in for this last offensive possession. Sixers in their all whites, by the way, for this one. George does have 2 fouls, but really should be no reason he picks up a foul here. And VJ Edgecombe is back into the game as well, so that's good to see VJ okay. Now, a couple subs being made. Baylor Shireman will check into the game for the Celtics. Great to see VJ Edgecombe back on the floor, though. Maxey gets it into Grimes. Grimes, little Euro step, working on Pritchard. Thought he was fouled. Shot's no good. Paul George, though, tips it back up and in with 0.8 left to go. Inbound is tipped, and that'll do it for this first quarter. Sixers down 28-25. All things considered, a good start, good end. The middle of that quarter was not good, but to see Philadelphia fight back. Great to finally see a little bit of effort, a little bit of fight from Philadelphia. Good to see. Get those PHIs rolling, man. That was a encouraging opening 12 minutes. Encouraging opening 12 minutes. Latoon, good to see you again. Biting my tongue. We're making the effort. Yeah, look, obviously it's still very early, but that's exactly what didn't happen in game 1. They got down and things kind of got out of control. This time they fought back. Now only down by 3. So right from that first quarter, decent start offensively. Paul George had a couple buckets. But then Celtics went on a run. 5 threes early. Poor defense again. Couldn't hit a 3. That's really what happened early. And then timeout late after the run. Big Sixers run to end the quarter. Much better defense. That's really what I've noticed over these last few minutes. The defense has been so much better. So much better. Just staying in front of guys, not allowing wide open looks like they had in the beginning of the game and pretty much all of last game. Here are some first quarter numbers. Both teams' shooting percentages end up being pretty even. Sixers 11 of 25, Celtics 11 of 24. Sixers, after starting 0 of 6 from 3, have made their last 2, so they're now 2 of 8. Celtics were 5 of 11. They're now 5 of 14, but you can see they get a ton of threes up. What is helping is Boston is just 1 of 4 from the line. That's all Jaylen Brown, I believe. He's missed all 3. Sixers were getting destroyed on the glass early. They brought it back a little bit, where now they're only down 15 to 10. And 2 turnovers for the Sixers, 3 for Boston. Type those PHIs, baby. Let's go. We're also 1 like away from 50 likes. If you want the Sixers to pull off the upset here, hit that thumbs up icon. If you like what you're seeing early on in this game, especially over the last few minutes, hit that thumbs up icon. I'll give you all beer cheers for that, hitting that 50 like number. And actually, I owe a beer bong because of the 20 that came in from my mom. Good start. Keep it going. Go Sixers. Let's go. All right, so I got the beer bong right here. Next commercial break, I'll be sure to knock that out. Any $20 super chats that come in, we do beer bongs. All right, back at it here for some second quarter action. Paul George, little midi over Shireman is short. Rebound picked up by Hauser. Here's Vucevic over to Shireman. Shireman will take a 3, and he'll hit. Baylor, Shireman knocking down a 3. Sixers kind of lost him there. Not what you like to see. VJ Edgecombe took a hard fall early on his back, but back in the game, gives it up to Grimes. Grimes' mid-range jumper is no good. No Maxey on the floor right now for the Sixers. It's VJ, Grimes, Edwards, George, and Drummond. Here's Tatum. Deep 3, no good. Peyton Pritchard, offensive rebound. Offensive glass has killed the Sixers so far. Here's Tatum. He'll get doubled. Down low to Vucevic. He'll be fouled by Justin Edwards. There was a mismatch there as Drummond went to double Tatum. Edwards ended up on Vucevic and had no choice but to foul. Philly boy, he likes the mic better. Thinks it sounds better. I think it sounds better too. That's why he uses the mic. Vucevic's first free throw is good. Blazers Spurs getting started here in about 20 minutes. Vooch, who of course started his career with the 76ers way back in the day, knocks down both free throws, puts Boston back up 33-25. Nate, again, yeah, I agree. Like the energy they ended the quarter with, but we got to see it now to start quarter number 2. Here's Paul George. Screen from Drummond. Gets into the paint. Lobs it up to Andre, who comes back down with it. Misses the shot, but he's going to be fouled. Foul's going to go on Nikola Vucevic. First one on Vooch. And yeah, pretty obvious foul there. Drummond to the line now. Vooch doesn't like the call. Of course he doesn't. Drummond, free throw number 1. Clanks it, no good. Drummond does make the second. 1 for 2 there in that trip to the line. Tobit, type in LFG Sixers. Let's go. Pritchard trying to get it to Tatum. He does. And great hands by Drummond. Intercepts the pass. Edwards with it all alone. Throws it down with the left. Tatum tried a cross-court pass. Drummond read it all the way. And Edwards flushes it home. 5th turnover for Boston. Tatum nearly loses it again. This time he gets right by Drummond. And that's kind of what was happening in Game 1. the pick and rolls. The Sixers couldn't figure it out. Couldn't figure it out there. Easy 2 for Tatum. Gets it right back. Paul George. The Sixers are very confused on what to do here. They have no idea what they're doing with 8 seconds to shoot. Paul George will just post up now against Pritchard. He'll give it up to Grimes. Wide open look. Grimes. 3 is good. Quentin Grimes. Couple threes here early for QG. It's always good when Grimes gets involved and gets going early. Now here's Pritchard off the screen. His 3 partially blocked by Grimes. Good sequence there for the Sixers. Edgecombe attacking in transition. Hangs. Right hand layup, no good. But a foul going to be called on the rebound against Vucevic. Good job by Drummond to draw the foul. Grimes is saving us right now. Yeah, man. I've always said Grimes is a player that can really help determine some of these outcomes of these games. Is he playing well? Is he not? Good start for him so far. And Sixers, again, doing this without Maxey on the floor at the moment. VJ over to Grimes. Grimes tried to kick it to Edwards in the corner. Pass was deflected. Refs have no idea whose ball it is. It should be Sixer ball. And Celtics might challenge. Oh, looks like it did just touch the fingertips of Pritchard. He says he didn't touch it. I think he did. And yeah, Celtics won't challenge. Now George gets an open look in the corner for 3. Knocks it down. PG for 3. It's a 1-point game. Timeout, Celtics. Come on, baby. Sixers got the memo. They're playing hard in this one. Down 1. 9:15 left to go in quarter number 2. 200 people watching live, 53 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon, baby. Where the Sixers fans at? Show me the energy, man. Show me the energy. Nate, Playoff P is in the building. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And we'll run through some stats here in just a second. Real quick, want to take this commercial break timeout. You're not missing anything. Again, Boston called timeout, so we are in commercial break. I want to take a second to tell you about our sponsor here in our second quarter of Sixers versus Celtics. That is Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. The playoffs are here for basketball. Baseball season's underway. The playoffs are here for hockey as well. Shout out to the Flyers. No better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. Super simple to use. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. Choose flex play or power play, and you're on your way. If you want some inspiration for your picks, you want to copy my picks, you can follow me on the Prize Picks app now with their new social feeds feature, my username @JChip. You can also follow your friends, copy lineups with a single click, and you can see my lineups as soon as I choose them. Speaking of my lineups, let's take a look at how my lineup for tonight's game is going. I went with a 3-pick power play, $10 to win 60. Jaylen Brown, less than 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's at 11 right now, so I think we're looking pretty good there. Paul George, more than 2.5 3-pointers made. Just made his first of the night. That was big. And then Tyrese Maxey, more than 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's got 14. So not too bad there either. I'd say we're looking pretty good. We have a great offer for new users as well. If you're a new user and sign up on Prize Picks, download the app today and use code HMA. When you play your first $5 lineup, you'll receive $50 in lineups. Again, that's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. That link in the description, and I'm throwing it in the live chat right now. All right, so the Sixers, a lot more competitive in this game, certainly, than they were in game number 1. It's what I love to see, man. It's what I love to see. 200 people watching. Type those PHIs in the building. We got a beer bong to do. Every $20 super chat that comes in, we got a beer bong. And we got a 20 earlier. So we got the Miller Lite on deck. Let's take this bad boy down. And let's go Sixers. Come on, man. Ronnie, this is what you wanted, a competitive game. Absolutely. Let's go. Ah. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Ronnie. Sixers, 4 of 10 tonight from 3. They were 4 of 23 in game 1. All right. Back out of commercial break off the Celtics timeout. Tatum guarded by Grimes, excuse me. Gets it over to Pritchard. Cross court to Shireman. Gets by Paul George. Yeah, not good defense there from PG. Shireman with a left-handed floater up and in. Let's go, Sixers. Here's Drummond. What a pass to Grimes underneath. Celtics do a good job to recover on the back door. Now Drummond going to get a clean look from the corner. Andre Drummond for 3. Count it. For Andre Drummond from the left corner. Ties us up at 37. Here's Queta posting on Drummond. Left-hand layup. What a move there from Queta. Right back at Andre. Queta didn't used to have that kind of bag. Good post move there from him. Good defense from Drummond. Better shot. Now VJ and Drummond will work the pick and roll. VJ off the screen. Gets inside. Fadeaway. 2. Got it. VJ Edgecombe. As we ride the seesaw here in quarter number 2. 8 minutes to play. Here's Tatum. Guarded by Edwards. Now Drummond comes with a double. Tatum gets it down low. And that's too easy for Queta, who misses the bunny. Oh, he had a wide open layup and just left it short. He short-armed it. Sixers chance to take the lead here. VJ on the screen. Floater. No good. Gets his own rebound. Out to Grimes. Over to Edwards. Sixers will reset here. 8 on the shot clock. Edwards back to VJ. 5 to shoot. Gets it to Paul George. Working on Shireman. 3 to shoot. 2. 1, dumps it off to Drummond, and quickly off the glass. Drummond had to put that one up quickly with the shot clock dwindling, and it's the Sixers' first lead since it was 13-10 early in the first. Now Tatum. Tatum coming off the screen, got George in the air, and George is going to pick up the foul as Tatum was shooting the 3. He's trying to argue that Tatum jumped into him. Nick Nurse looks incredulous. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, look, Paul George can't leave his feet there. That's undisciplined, but Tatum did kind of jump to the right. Not really a natural shooting motion. Nurse is not going to challenge. It's a 3rd on Paul George, which obviously is big. He might have to come out of the game here. Tatum knocks down the first free throw. And Paul George will head to the bench. Still upset about the call. I don't love it. I do think Tatum kind of, pump fake and then lean to his right to draw the foul. But, yeah, Nate, they did change that ruling. You're not allowed to do that. Now, it wasn't super egregious. Nurse could have challenged. It would have been close. But if you're Paul George, you can't get caught in the air like that anyways. Ball don't lie, though. Tatum misses the second free throw as his foot was on the line, so only a 2. Edgecombe working again, another 2-man game with Drummond, and he traveled with it. Little turnaround spinning jumper, and he traveled. VJ knows it. He's smiling as he runs back. Halfway through quarter number 2, Sixers leading 41-40. Queta has it top of the key. They're looking to get it to Jaylen Brown. Maxey switches on, and they get it to him. Brown wants the isolation. Only 4 to shoot. Brown. And he's fouled on the jumper. The Sixers just cannot allow Maxey to keep getting switched on to Jaylen Brown over and over and over. He just doesn't have the size, and that's kind of a weak foul call, man. I mean, what, did he hit him? Did he barely hit him on the elbow? I don't know, man. Jaylen Brown on the line where he has not been good tonight at the charity stripe, so maybe this isn't the worst thing in the world. He does knock down the first. Your boy Keith, hoping Embiid can come back for Game 3. I would be shocked, man. I know he's back with the strength and conditioning program, but coming off the appendectomy, I'd be surprised if he plays at all in the series, much less Game 3 on Friday. Second free throw. Jaylen Brown knocks them both down. Celtics back on top, 42-41. Drummond hands it off to Kelly Oubre, who's checked in the game for Paul George. He'll get the screen from Drummond. He'll get in the paint. He flops and tries to put it up. VJ saves it, gets it back out to Oubre. 2 to shoot. Got to put it up for 3. No good. Rebound. Taken by VJ. But he throws it away to Tatum. And Tatum, on the fast break, dunks it home. Bad pass from VJ. Can't have those kind of live ball turnovers that turn into easy dunks on the other end. Maxey, he'll take a deep 3. Maxey hits! What a shot! Tyrese Maxey, feeling it. Let's go, tie ball game once again. What an answer to quiet the crowd. Jaylen Brown inside, nearly loses it. Spins, hangs. 2 is good. We got an electric game going right now. Maxey. He'll get another screen from Drummond. Gives it to him. Gives it right back. Maxey. Back to Drummond again. Drummond corner. VJ. His 3. Good! Sixers back in front. Drummond. What a pass. And now VJ steals it away. Up ahead to Maxey. Great hands from Derrick White to knock it out of Maxey's hands. Ball will stay with Philadelphia. How about VJ knocking down the 3, then getting the steal? And then the pass to Maxey, knocked out by Derrick White. I don't know if I call that dirty, Debbie. It's kind of just, what the Stars do. They find ways to gain advantages offensively with slight little push-offs and things like that. A lot of nuance to it. Sixers started 0 of 6 from 3. They're 7 of 8 since. Here's Maxey, guarded by Jaylen Brown in the left wing. Maxey going to be fouled. Took a hard fall on his wrist. He'll get back up quickly, flexing that wrist a little bit. Of course, we know he's had that finger problem as he's still wearing that splint on that right pinky finger. That'll be a foul on Jaylen Brown, just his first. Sixers will inbound here after the foul. VJ into Bona, who's checked into the game. Gets it right back to VJ. Over to Maxey, who gives it back to Edgecombe. Another 3 for VJ. Got it to go! VJ Edgecombe, another 3. Sixers take a 50-46 lead. 4 minutes to play in quarter number 2. Sixers offense has come alive, especially that outside shooting. Now here's Tatum. And an offensive foul! Queta with the illegal screen. Sixers take back over. Make some noise, baby. Let's go. Make some noise in the chat. Come on, man. Yeah, maybe a little more than slight, Debbie. Maxey, 3. No good. A little bit of a heat check there. Quick shot. Now Tatum working on Barlow. Going ISO. Tough matchup for Barlow. Forces the pass, though, to White, who spins on Max. He gets in the paint. Lays it up and in over Kelly Oubre. Look, I love Maxey, but defensively, he's kind of getting taken advantage of, I'm not going to lie. And timeout Sixers with 3:34 left to go in the first half. 50-48 advantage. Sixers lead by 2. So some great three-point shooting in this second quarter has allowed the Sixers to stay in this game. Sub for Sixers dubs, baby. We're trying to get to 25,600 subscribers tonight. We are 23 people away. As soon as we get there, I'm giving y'all a beer chug. Why not? That is our goal we're trying to hit tonight. We got a saying around here, sub for Sixers dubs. You want the Sixers to win, hit that sub button. When you do, you get Sixers coverage all year long. That's 100% free. I'll never charge you a dime for any of the content here. Lifelong Sixers fan. Just trying to chop it up, talk ball with some fellow Sixers fans. Nate, extend the lead with 2s and shoot 3s. Nice shirt. Appreciate it, man. I got the throwback style, and then I'm also rocking a throwback style shirt underneath, just in case the hoodie wasn't getting the job done and the Sixers were losing. Had to make sure I had a backup. Now 21 subs away from 25.6K. Shout out to y'all and the real ones. 246 people watching. I appreciate you guys. We can take a look at some updated numbers here. Look at some team stats. Sixers shooting well now from the field. 20 of 42, nearly 50%. They are shooting 50% from 3 after they started like 0 of 6. 8 of 16 on the night. Only taking 3 free throws to Boston's 10. But rebounding battle's close. 19-16 advantage for Boston. 6 Boston turnovers has led to some runouts for the Sixers. Some other numbers here as well. 8 fast break points. The Sixers lead in that advantage. They also have 14 second chance points, which is huge. 3 of 4 on corner threes. Boston does have 20 points in the paint to the Sixers' 14. And Boston's shooting 70% on 2s, but again, they've taken so many 3s. Once Boston don't hit 3s, they ass. I talked about that, man. If Boston isn't hitting their 3s, they don't really have a lot of backup plans. They really don't. Harmon, Sixers are winning. Let's go. James, VJ is fearless. Dwight Wilkerson, new subscriber, bro. Go Sixers. Keep it up. Dwight, I appreciate you. You're a legend. You're a real one. Latoon, loving the two-man game with Maxey and Edgecombe. Yeah, they've had the ball in their hands a lot. Have VJ and Tyrese. And it's been pretty effective here tonight. And looking at some individual numbers here. Maxey early on, pretty good game so far. 15, 3 and 2, 6 of 14 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. How about VJ with 12 on an efficient 5 of 9? Is it 2 of his 3 threes? Quinn Grimes is giving you some good minutes as well. As we're back in action. Sixers with the ball off their timeout. VJ gets down low, resets to Maxey. Elbow jumper. Maxey gets it to go. Good start off the timeout for the Sixers. Here's Jaylen Brown now. Maxey switches on to him again. Brown's going to back Maxey down. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Jaylen Brown put the shoulder down and shoved that forearm into Tyrese Maxey's chest. Yeah, pretty obvious there. Maxey might have flopped a little bit. Definitely did a good job to sell it. But Jaylen Brown putting that forearm shiver into Tyrese Maxey's chest. Another foul on Jaylen Brown, his second, another turnover for Boston. VJ off the bonus screen for three, short. Had a good look at it. Now Tatum working on Barlow. He'll go ISO. Nearly loses it. Gets inside. Shot no good. Rebound. Floorboard goes to Queta. And now Hauser gets an open look from three. No good. Another offensive rebound. This goes to Jaylen Brown. His layup no good. Bodies hitting the floor. Sixers up ahead. Maxey kicks it to VJ. VJ throws it down. Sixers up by 6. 2 minutes to play. In quarter number 2. White down low to Brown. Brown through the contact and one for Jaylen Brown. Cut back door. Got Barlow and Bona to jump. And he'll have a three-point play opportunity. What a play from VJ. Got the handoff from Maxey. Just flew towards the basket, but right back at it on the other end is Jaylen Brown. Looking to convert this and one opportunity. Here's Jaylen Brown. Free throw is good. Sixers lead is 54-51 with 2 minutes to play. Now Maxey off the bonus screen. We'll kick to VJ. Open corner three. He got it again. VJ Edgecombe, another three, his third of the night. Sixers back up by 6. Now Jaylen Brown draws a foul on a three on Barlow. And so back and forth we go. Celtics always have the answer. James, I'm in D.C. I'm getting a VJ jersey ASAP. Got to. Although I want a VJ jersey, but I'm waiting till he inevitably switches to number 7 next year when Kyle Lowry retires. Saquon Barkley Glazer just failed my geometry test. This win would make me happy. Well, let's get this win for you, man. 3 free throws coming for Jaylen Brown. He knocks down the first. $253 people watching. We are 31 likes away from 100 likes. I'll tell you what, I got a Miller sitting right here waiting to be taken down. As soon as we get to 100 likes, I'll give you all a free beer bong. We're 31 away. If you want the Sixers to win this game, hit that thumbs up icon, baby. Jaylen Brown knocks down all 3 free throws to bring the Celtics back within 3. Oh, well, Saquon Barkley Glazer, for your sake, I hope they win. Here's Maxey. Down low to Bona. And Bona just misses a bunny, man. This dude stinks. Easy layup at the rim. Tatum nearly loses it. His handle's been pretty shaky tonight. But he's going one-on-one with Bona. Bona's doing a good job moving his feet. 6 to shoot. Tatum gets downhill. And good help by Barlow. Shot no good. Maxey up ahead to Oubre. Oubre puts a shoulder into Derrick White. Oubre. Count it! And the bucket. It's good. Oubre, that patented little left-hand push shot in the paint. Got it to go and was fouled by Derrick White, who swiped down at the very last moment. Kelly Oubre now getting to go in a little bit. And Oubre can't knock it down. Dominic Barlow, though, grabs the offensive rebound. Maxey over to VJ. Another 3 for Edgecombe. Got it to go! VJ 4-3. Sixers up by 8. Under a minute to play. The VJ Edgecombe game. Jaylen Brown inside. Pump fake. Pass knocked away to the corner. VJ knocked it out. Intended for Vucevic. 12 to shoot for Boston. Edgecombe, 20 points in the first half for VJ. 16 in quarter number 2. Celtics inbounded to Vucevic. Saying Hauser just flopped and fell down. Not sure what that's about. 5 to shoot. Jaylen Brown up top, guarded by Barlow. He'll take a deep three. No good. Offensive rebound. Tatum out to Hauser. Drive it on VJ. Hauser nowhere to go. Cross court to Jaylen Brown. Now guarded by Kelly Oubre. Gets inside. Out to Hauser. Gets a good look at it from 3. No good. Jaylen Brown another offensive rebound. And the ball's stripped and knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with Boston. Again, just too many offensive rebounds, man. Here's Jaylen Brown off the inbound now. He'll take a 3 in and out. Sixers with 10 seconds left will have a shot here to take a 10-plus point lead into the break. 5 seconds. And an Adem Bona offensive foul and an illegal screen. Just unbelievable. Maxey was going to be wide open for a 3. Obviously, part of that is because it was an illegal screen set by Bona, who just came out way too wide and was moving. He came out with his legs way out here. I think he was getting down in a defensive stance. You can't set a screen like this. And he was moving. So Sixers up 62-54. Ball gets into Tatum, who kicks it to Jaylen Brown. His corner 3 is no good. Sixers will go into halftime up 62-54. And Dominic Barlow's down, holding his head. He was the one guarding Brown on the corner 3. Brown tried to draw a foul and kind of leaned into Barlow. Might have hit him in the face. And Barlow's in some pretty significant pain. Let's see what happened here. I think he might have gotten elbowed in the face. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, so on the follow through, Brown comes down and hits Barlow in the head. Barlow will get up and walk to the locker room with a towel over his face. And hold on, folks. Might not be headed to halftime just yet. Refs are going to look at this, actually, to see if there's any kind of malicious act by Jaylen Brown. I am an Eagles fan. So no official word here. I don't think they'll call anything here. Yeah, so quick look at it by the refs. No malicious contact at all. So we'll advance now to halftime. Sixers 62-54 lead. And it was really a beautiful end to the first quarter and then start to the second, really entire second. So grade the Sixers first half, A, B, C, D, or F. Hasn't been perfect, so I don't know if I'd say A. But got to be close. Can the Sixers maintain this lead and steal this one in Boston, man? That would be electric. (62-54). Grade that first half, A, B, C, D, or F in the chat and in the new poll question I'll be going through. Saquon Barkley Glazer, B+. Card Guy, good to see you again. Going with a B. Latoon, good first half, definitely B+. Philly Heem, B+ as well. Naheem Irwin, A or B. My mom says B+. Philly Hemo says rest have to be better. I agree. James, trust in VJ. Big VJ game, and we'll run through some first half stats here in a second. Card guy, everyone thought it was over after game one. Look, NBA playoffs are a best of 7. You can never win a series in one game, all right? David Jones, good to see you. Good to see you. Come on, Sixers. And shout out to everybody hanging out. We are up to 81 likes, by the way. We're 19 likes away from 100. As soon as we get to 100 likes, I got a beer bong coming for you guys. With 224 people in the building, that should be no problem at all. No problem at all. And so how about, I mean, really, ever since Boston took a 26-13 lead in the first quarter, Sixers called a timeout with 3:20 left to go in quarter number 1. It has just been a steady Sixers advantage since then. So it was 26-13. And so if my math serves me right, the Sixers have gone on a 49-28 run, I believe. That is impressive stuff against a team like Boston. And shout out to VJ Edgecombe, who VJ took a hard fall in that first quarter, went to the locker room, came back, and played the entire second quarter. Was a plus 13 in the second quarter, finishes with 20 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds on 8 of 13 from the field, and oh, by the way, has knocked down 4 of his 6 threes. And I love what Q Genius says. VJ turning back the clock to the first game of the season where he went absolutely crazy against Boston way back in the season opener. He's doing it again here tonight. James, Boston defense is soft. Defense can shut them down. Or Boston is soft. Defense can shut them down. Yeah, we'll see how they respond in the second half. But the Sixers have made a pretty good push here so far. Pretty good push here so far. Kevin Washington, Philippines in the house. Go VJ. Kevin, shout out to you. Shout out to the Philippines. Nate, A+, because the team ball we're playing. Yeah, Sixers playing like an actual team in this game. James, VJ is so confident as a rookie. Yeah, he's had that all year long, man. Just the utmost confidence as a young player. How about the Blazers? Up 17-9 early against San Antonio. Getting a little bit of a live look in here. Denny Avdia gets into the paint. Little reverse layup, no good. Tap back up and in by Donovan Clingan. But to end that second half, I don't think Adem Bona has been all that great, and I think him being out there, he kind of just happened to be part of this lineup that was playing well, but he did play the last 5 minutes of the second half and was a +7, along with Kelly Oubre, Tyrese Maxey, and Dominic Barlow, while Paul George, again, was in foul trouble. Shout out to Justin Edwards, who has played about 11 minutes in this one. And is a +9. Dominic Barlow has played 7 minutes, is a +10. So, man, gotta like what you've seen so far. Latoon, sincerely hope they don't take their feet off the gas in the third. Let's go Sixers. Absolutely, man. You got to keep it coming, man. You got to keep it coming. You cannot let up at all. You're only up 8 to one of the best teams in the league on their floor. You cannot have any complacency in the second half. Streak bully. We're only down by 8. Relax. We're at home. We're going to win for sure. We'll see, man. Celtics fan in the building. We'll see, buddy. We'll see, but Philadelphia has looked like the better team for the large majority of this game. Outside of a little stretch in the first quarter, it's really been all Sixers. But again, yes, only an 8-point game. There is plenty of game left to be played. Tyrese Maxey, 15 points, 7 assists on the night. 6 of 14 from the field, 2 of 6 from behind the arc. How about Andre Drummond playing a much better game here tonight? 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 of 3 from the field. I thought the contributions you got from Quentin Grimes were pretty big. He hit a couple threes early. Paul George did get into some foul trouble there in the second quarter, but is up to 9 points. Does have 3 fouls, but I imagine he will start the second half. Kelly Oubre struggled a little bit. He's been okay defensively. Has some miscues defensively. He's probably been, I want to say, maybe the Sixers' worst player thus far. Well, I don't think Bona's been very good. And it's really all notable there to speak of. Looking at some team numbers here from that first half. Look, anytime you're hitting more threes than Boston, that is a recipe for success. And the fact that Boston is just 6 of 22 from 3 is crazy, man. But, you know, this is kind of what I've said. Like, if they are not knocking down their threes, they're going to keep taking them. And so you just force them, play good defense, force them to miss. I think a lot of their misses, the Sixers have done a good job contesting those misses. So shout out there to the three-point defense. Sixers 10 of 19 from 3, over 50%. So things have completely flipped where they were awful from 3 in game 1, couldn't buy one. Now shooting over 50%. Both teams have 14 assists. Boston has 2 more turnovers. Boston is leading the rebounding battle by 5. That's really the only thing truly keeping them somewhat close in this game is the offensive rebounding for the Celtics, which I was worried about, and it didn't show up in game 1, but it has shown up today. Only a 5 rebound difference there. And the Sixers really playing out of their minds right now, but you have to keep it going. You have to stay poised. Another super chat coming in. And shout out to my dad showing love with a $20 super chat. Let's go. Kyle Lowry will hit the game winner. A long shot like this game, but they can do it. I hope I don't see any Kyle Lowry here tonight. Although, you know what? I hope I do see Kyle Lowry here tonight, because that would mean that the Sixers are probably up big at the end of the game. So, spin zone there. All right, that 20 coming in means we got a beer bong coming for those of you who are not familiar. All super chats that we show, any donation of any amount that you send in, we pop it up on screen here. Read out your message, of course. Every $5 that comes in, I give you guys a little beer cheers. I got the Miller Lite on deck today. And every 20 that comes in, I got a beer bong. We've already done one. Here's our second one of the night. And a good way to set the tone for the second half of this game, taking down another beer bong. Kyle and Larry, I'm super happy with it. They got to keep it real. Yeah, man. They got to keep up this level of intensity, this level of play, moving the ball well. They've gotten a lot of open shots in this game. Tyrese Maxey's been drawing a lot of attention, as he did in game 1, but game 1, everybody else wasn't hitting their shots when they were open. Now they are, which is huge. Absolutely huge. I love this from Q Genius as well. Love what Maxey did, taking that charge. Yep, took that charge against Jaylen Brown. How about this? VJ Edgecombe just scored the most points by a rookie in a quarter of a playoff game since Tyler Hero in the 2020 bubble. Edgecombe had 16 in that second quarter. VJ knocked down 4 threes in a 5-minute stretch to turn a 13-point deficit into an 8-point advantage here for Philadelphia. All right, let's take down some of this Miller here. Beer bong coming up. Put the Celtics away for good, Naeem. Got to start this third quarter off strong. You know Boston's going to make a push, man. They're not just going to go away silently, so got to be ready for it. Colin, Bona needs to get an IQ test. Yeah, he has the athletic tools right, and he gets some highlight reel blocks and dunks from time to time, but, man, he still just is not comfortable with the mental side of the game, especially defensively. Especially defensively. All right, a few minutes away from the second half gets started, so let's knock this beer bong down. Up to $46 in super chats here tonight. We're also 8 likes away from 100. Can we get there before the second half starts? If you're a real one, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. 223 people watching live. I appreciate all of you who are hanging out here, tuning in to our stream on 76ers Now. And without further ado, cheers, everybody. Ugh. Woo! Ugh. Let's go. If Barlow was 6'10", 235, Bona wouldn't be on this team. Ugh. Oh, man, I can't with Adem Bona, man. Barlow is 6'9", 215, not too far off. Not too far off. Philly boy. I know Roy does Dolphins and Heat Chat Sports. Is he a full Miami sports fan? I know he's a Mets fan. And I don't know about hockey. I'm not sure about hockey. James talking about the push-off from Jaylen Brown. Yeah, look. A lot of times, if it's subtle enough, they won't call it. But they did call the one. Bona has some highlight plays that make me love him. Well, he also has some pretty idiotic ones as well. How about this? We're 2 likes away from 100. We're also 3 subs away from our initial goal of 25,600. Can we get to each of those? We're now 1 like away from 100, 3 subs away from 25.6K. Big shout out to our recent subscribers, Streak Bully, Jersey, Loyal CL, Outdoor Gang, and Karina for hitting that sub button here tonight. If you're a new subscriber, shout out to you. You're a legend. We're now, again, 3 subs away, and there it is. Just surpassed 101 likes now on the show. The more likes we get, the more Sixers fans we'll get in here. So appreciate you guys. Free, easy way to be a real one and support the program. Almost ready to come out of halftime here and start this second half. You know what we say, sub for Sixers dubs, baby. You want the Sixers to win, and if you want free Sixers coverage all year long as well, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost a thing. And I'm providing you with year-round coverage of the Philadelphia 76ers. Not just watch parties like this. In fact, the main part of the channel is videos all throughout the week. Colin, peak content right here. Shout out to you, Philly boy. I subscribed a few days ago. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Latoon, a legend as well. Just picked up another sub. Thank you to all the legends out there. All right. Second half getting underway. Let me know who you got before we start. Quarter number 3. PHI for the Sixers. Type BOS for the Celtics. I hope I don't see any Celtics fans in there. I'll give you all a little cheers for the 100 likes. Here we go. Sixers will start with it. To start this third quarter. Paul George playing with those 3 fouls. Looking to get it going here. He'll take a 3, and he'll knock it down. Paul George right in rhythm to start quarter number 3. His second 3 of the night. Just one dribble off the screen. Pulled up, knocked it down. Now here's George guarding Jaylen Brown. Gets it to Queta. Queta going to be fouled by Drummond. Had no choice there. Did Andre Drummond. Queta was about to throw it down. Good foul there. Make him earn it at the line. Make him earn it at the line. Of note, Andre Drummond starting this second half, not Adem Bona. Drummond has been fantastic tonight. So, and that's the story of Andre Drummond, man. One night he can be so good, another he can be so bad. Luckily, he has been good tonight. First free throw is good for Neemias Queta. Queta, second free throw, also good. Let's go, baby. Now Maxey. Step back, gets it to Paul George. He'll get a screen from Andre here. Now George gets into the paint. Little right-hand layup. Another 2 for Paul George. 5 quick points to start this second half for PG. Sixers up 67-56. Here's Jaylen Brown. Double comes. Bad pass. Stolen by Paul George. Now Maxey. Off the George screen. Step back. 3. No good. Rebound goes to Oubre. Oubre resets to Maxey. Maxey drives in. Left-hand scoop layup. Wild shot. Maxey takes a hard fall. Hopefully he's okay. Celtics quickly back the other way. Sam Hauser, wide open corner 3 doesn't fall. Maxey is back in the picture. He's all good. Sam Hauser doesn't miss a lot of those wide open looks. Sixers lucky right there. Now VJ and Drummond run the two-man game. VJ little pull-up 2. No good. Oubre tips the ball out of bounds. Boston will take over. 300 people watching. Thank you all for tuning in. You're watching 76ers now. Let's get a Sixers dub, baby. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're active by getting down in the chat. Now Tatum coming off a screen. He'll take a deep 3. No good. Fight for the rebound. Tipped around and taken by Boston. And actually, loose ball foul going to be called here on Jaylen Brown. That's going to be his 3rd foul of the game. Big time there. And Quentin Grimes will check in. He's going to replace VJ early here. And VJ, oh no. VJ's limping again to the locker room. So VJ took that spill in the first quarter, came back, had a monster second quarter. Now it looks like he's hurting again. So back to the locker room goes VJ. Maxey gets in the paint, right-hand floater, good for 2. Tyrese Maxey. VJ's not going to be in. Maxey says, all right, I'll take over. So more concern for VJ Edgecombe. Derrick White to Sam Hauser. Jaylen Brown drives it on Oubre. Right-hand layup, good. Through the contest of Andre Drummond. So when we get another VJ update, I'll give it to you. I feel like he might be going back in some more painkillers and coming back in, but we'll see. Maxey off the Drummond screen. Maxey loses it. Taken away by Jaylen Brown. Now Tatum. Good defense by George, but better offense by Tatum. His layup is good. Celtics back within 9. Can't be turning the ball over here if you're the Sixers. Stay chilly. Run your offense. That's the Sixers' 6th turnover here. Grimes nowhere to go. Hands it to Maxey, working on White. Little spin move inside, out to Oubre. Open 3 for Kelly. Got it! Kelly Oubre, who has been ice cold up until this point in the series, knocks down the triple. Lead back to 12 for the Sixers. Here's Jaylen Brown off the screen. He'll take a 3. Clanks it off the left rim. Ball goes right to Tatum, who attacks and lays it up and in on the reverse layup. Just such a bad miss from VJ. The rebound went nowhere. Now Maxey, in and out. Had a good look at it from outside after the Drummond screen. Tatum trying to get it going again. Passes to Jaylen Brown. Corner triple for Jaylen Brown is good. 7-point game. 8 minutes to play in quarter number 3. And the crowd's back into it here at the TD Garden. Here's George. Had a quick 5 to start the third quarter. He'll be fouled on a 3. And no, they're going to stay on the floor. No shot. Foul on the floor. Foul's going to be on Tatum. That's his second. I'm keeping an eye out for any VJ Edgecombe update. Again, he's back in the locker room. Not a good sign. Here's George. Gets a good look at it from deep. And airballs a three. Wow. George had a good look on the left wing. Got open off an off-ball screen. Now VJ's out of the locker room. He is on the bike getting loose. And he's all smiles, so it seems like he's okay. We'll see if he checks back in here soon. He's getting loose right now on the bike, though. Here is Tatum now. Guarded by Grimes. He'll post him up. Double comes. Swings to White. Pass fake. White for three. No good. Quentin Grimes with the rebound. Grimes nearly loses it. Picked up by Kelly. Oubre drives in on Queta. Left-hand layup is good. Kelly Oubre now with 5 points in this third quarter. If he can find the offense, man. Here's Jaylen Brown. Thought he traveled. Good pass in the corner to Hauser. No good. Another offensive rebound for the Celtics. And they'll reset with 8 to shoot. Jaylen Brown one-on-one with Drummond. He'll settle for a deep three. Knocks it down. What a shot from Jaylen Brown. 6-point game. And Sixers will call a timeout. Jaylen Brown up to 23 points. Knocking down a couple of threes in this third quarter. We got a game here, folks. I told you, Celtics are not going to go away easy. And they made a little bit of a push here in the third. Sixers, though, still holding on to a 6-point advantage. Woo! Let's get some 7-6s going in the chat. Where are my Sixers fans at? 330 people watching live. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's get this chat rolling. We got a good one here. Sixers up by 6. If you're a Sixers fan in here, let me know by typing those 7-6s just like I am in the chat right now. While you do that, I'm going to take a moment to tell you about our sponsor as we're in commercial break, so don't worry, you're not missing a single second of the action as the Sixers call a timeout. But we'll take this opportunity to tell you about our sponsor here on today's show. That is Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Postseason basketball is here. Postseason hockey is here. Big shout out to the Flyers. It's baseball season as well. No better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. Super simple to use. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You choose flex play or power play, and you are on your way. If you want some inspiration for your picks, you can give me a follow on the Prize Picks app now with their new social feeds feature. My username @JChip. And you can also follow your friends on there. Copy lineups super easily with just one click of a button. And you can see my lineups as well before I even reveal them on the show. Speaking of, let's take a look at how my lineup is looking tonight. And certainly not ideal with the recent run Jaylen Brown has going on in this third quarter. I have the less on his points, rebounds, and assists. He's already up to 31. I have less than 37.5, so not looking good there. Everything else, Paul George, more than 2.5 3-pointers made at 2. I need one more from him. Then Maxey, more than 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's at 27. So both of these look good. Unfortunately, we're going to need the Sixers to really stop Jaylen Brown if we want to hit on this Prize Picks. $10 to win 60. New users, download the app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That code, I'm putting that link in the chat right now for those of you that are interested. Shout out to Prize Picks, baby. Giving some shout outs to everybody who was typing their 7-6s. Big time shout out to Latoon, James Fields, Brian Mitch, Dwight Wilkerson, Hustle Mante, Daver Jones, Anthony Barnes. All in the chat showing some love to the Sixers. If they can hold on and win this game, man, being tied 1-1, going back to Philly would be absolutely massive, but it's going to take some really good basketball. Here we go. We're coming out of commercial break now. VJ Edgecombe is back in the game. Here's Paul George. He's fouled in the jumper. Nearly got it to fall. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Again, VJ Edgecombe is back in the ballgame. Paul George, first free throw is up and good. The Celtics started the game shooting 5 of 11 from 3. Since then, just 3 of 18. That's what happens when you live and die by the 3. George, second free throw, rattles out. Andre Drummond, offensive rebound. Out to George, over to Maxey. Maxey drives in. Layup no good, thought he was fouled. Ball tip taken by the Celtics. Sixers get back. Brown drives in, layup no good. Good defense there from Paul George. Here's Oubre, attacks downhill. Left hand layup is good. An aggressive Kelly Oubre puts the Sixers back up by 9. Need it to keep on going, man. Tatum, looking for somewhere to go, finds Vucevic in the corner. Just 7 to shoot. Hands it off to Derrick White, goes cross court to Pritchard. Nearly threw it out. Pritchard down low to Vucevic. Sixers lost him, and Vucevic puts up the floater. So little time on the shot clock, and unfortunate there. Back to a 7-point game. Now VJ has it. We'll see if he can pick up where he left off in the second quarter. Going to be a kick ball on Boston. Kelly Oubre, man, he's a guy where if you can get some offensive production from him, which the Sixers are getting finally after he was pretty bad for the first game and a half of this series. He's up to 9 points tonight. It's always a good sign when he's getting it going. Always a good sign. Paul George inbounds to VJ. VJ back down low to Paul George, working on Brown. George, step back 2. Won't fall. Rebound goes to Jayson Tatum. Now Tatum off the screen, attacks Bona, gets inside, blocked! And that's what I'm talking about, man. Bona has his inconsistencies, but he can make some big-time plays. Big block there from Bona as Tatum tried to sneak it by him. Tatum also kind of lost it on the way up, but good defense there from Adem. Oh, and then bad defense here from VJ, who lost Peyton Pritchard on the inbound. Pritchard got an easy layup to go. 5-point game. Sixers up 77-72. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. VJ off the bonus screen. Finds Oubre. Right corner 3. Short. And rebound goes to Boston. Sixers nearly got to that one. Tatum again off the screen. Tries to split it. A crazy shot. Try to throw it off the backboard to himself. Now George up ahead to Maxey. To Oubre. Left corner this time. Off again. VJ offensive rebound. George will take a 3. Airballs it again. His second airball of the night. Yikes. His second airball 3 of the night for Paul George, who has had a pretty good night outside of those 2 bad shots. He's got 15. Sixers just 2 of 8 from 3 this quarter. Celtics just 2 of 7. Tatum guarded closely by Brown. Now with 10 to shoot, Brown will kick it to Tatum. He'll take a deep 3, and he bricks that one. Now Maxey up ahead to George. George drives inside, throws it away. He was met by a lot of bodies at the rim, had nowhere to go. Now Pritchard to Brown. Brown inside. Fouled on the dunk attempt by Kelly Oubre. Jaylen Brown back to the free throw line. Sixers can't be turning the ball over like that, man. Why are you still here, huh? Uh-oh. So, third foul on Oubre.
That's a block.
I think he got him on the arm, unfortunately. Yeah, good game we got. Third foul on Oubre. Jaylen Brown back to the line. Need him to miss these desperately for my prize picks.
366? Okay.
Yeah. First free throw. Miss it! Yeah, he knocks it down. Not good. He's very close to hitting the more in his points, rebounds, and assists. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Hollywood Hogan forever. In the chat, your time will be better served staring into the sun for 3 hours and watching these bums. Sixers are bums. We got a Celtics fan in the chat. Everybody boo him. Boo. Jaylen Brown knocks down the second free throw as well. Good to see him, man. Let's go Sixers, baby. Oh, yeah. 3-point lead now for Philadelphia. Maxey gets inside. Oubre, pump fake. Back to Maxey. Back to Oubre. They're playing hot potato. Right back to Maxey. 4 to shoot. Got to put it up. Maxey now throws it away. It's just, that right there is a prime example of Kelly Oubre not wanting to pull the trigger on one of those threes. He had a couple of looks I think he could have taken, but clearly not confident enough to pull the trigger. Led to Maxey having to do something with it late. And now Sixers, with their third turnover of the third quarter, Celtics have just one. .329 left to go in quarter number 3. Sixers hold a 77-74 advantage. Come on, man. Nearly 400 people watching live, 116 likes. If you're a Sixers fan, hit that thumbs up button if you want a Sixers win here tonight. Come on, man. Like the stream. Hit that thumbs up. All right, here's Jaylen Brown now. Sixers do not allow the switch. Kelly Oubre stays on Brown, nearly steals it. And now he does steal it. Ball's knocked around. Goes to Vucevic. Over to Pritchard. Shot blocked by Maxey. Going to be a shot clock violation. A fantastic defensive possession by Philadelphia. Come on. That's what I need. That's what I need. Beautiful. Beautiful. Who's in the studio with you? That was my guy Reed. He just left. My guy Reed, also a big Sixers fan. Known him since I was a kid. VJ gets an open look from 3. VJ again for 3. Come on. He's been dealing with an injury all night. Doesn't matter. First bucket of the second half. Vucevic, deep 3. No good. Rebound goes to Edwards. Let's go, Coop. Come on, baby. They said we couldn't do it. They said we couldn't do it. 14-point underdogs. VJ inside. Pass. Bona blocked. And that was Derrick White there from behind. Now here's Jaylen Brown. He'll work on Edwards. Gets in the paint. Layup. Tough shot. No good. Vucevic fighting for it. I think that was off Vooch. Oh, they're going to say Celtics ball. Review that. Review that. That's off Vucevic. And they're going to go to commercial break. I'm not sure if they're challenging or not.
Steal me one, Chip.
Hey, let's get one, man. Get one in Boston. You never know. The kid VJ Edgecombe having a night, man.
Philly Sports is up right now.
Philly Sports is up right now. Flyers up 2-0. Sixers might be able to win here.
Dude, that building is going to go.
Phillies suck. Oh, dude, I know. I know. I've never even been to a hockey game before. I would have loved to go to one of those. We'll see.
When they're in the finals, we'll go.
Against the Stars? Aren't the Stars down 2-0 or did they win last night?
It's 1-1, brother.
Oh, they won last night? All right. All right. Here we go, baby. So timeout on the floor once again. And a big shout out to y'all because we did just surpass our goal of 25,600 subscribers. Shout out to Streak Bully, Jersey, Loyal CL, Outdoor Gang, and Karina are 5 most recent subscribers who got us to that number. I promise y'all, you won't regret it. Oh, that was Coop, Philly boy. That was Coop. Jeffrey Cooperstein. Sixers coverage all year long, baby. Hit that sub button. Hit that sub button. Man, VJ Edgecombe, he's been in and out of the game all night. Twice he's gone back to the locker room after taking a hard fall early. Had 20 points in the first half. Left early in the third quarter. Came back, hit another 3. He's having a night, man. He's having a night. Oh, no. I'm seeing that Victor Wembanyama has a concussion. Took a hard fall in his chin and was knocked out cold. Wemby might have a concussion. Come on, VJ. Where's Embiid? He's hurt, man. Appendectomy. You don't come back from those very easily. George is not washed. I don't think he's washed, but he's obviously not what he once was. And that's fair to say. Win this quarter. Sixers win the game. VJ Bahamas. Shout out to the Bahamas, VJ. From Bahimi, I believe. Streak bully. Celtics going to win. Everybody relax. Boo! Boo this man. My parlay going to hit. Look, I just want the Sixers to win, man. And I want my prize picks to hit. Which means I need Jaylen Brown to do nothing the rest of the game because he's already up to 33 PRAs. I have less than 37.5, so not ideal. Not ideal. All right, we're still in commercial break, still in timeout. Here's a look at Wemby's fall. Oh, man. Oh, Wemby got knocked out cold for a second. He went like limp after he hit his head a couple times. He's back in the locker room for a concussion. That did not look good. So Sixers did challenge the out-of-bounds call, and they won the challenge. Sixers ball, baby. Let's go. Here's VJ off the bonus screen. Gets in deep. Layup is good. VJ Edgecombe. Keep on cooking them, kid. Let's go. Sixers up 82-74. Under 2 to play in the third quarter. Brown going to be fouled on a trip by Justin Edwards. Good job by Bona on that previous possession, screening Baylor's Shireman to free up VJ. On the defensive end here, here's Pritchard. Jaylen Brown, corner 3, got it. Jaylen Brown. Big third quarter for Jaylen Brown, helping keep the Celtics in this one. And there goes my prize picks. Here's VJ, working the same action as before. Fade away, 2. VJ got it again! He's hot! He's hot! He's hot! VJ up to 27 points here tonight. Now here's Edwards, pokes it away from Brown. He gets it back. Another screen. Jaylen Brown now guarded by Bona. 5 to shoot. Brown going to go ISO. Step back. 3. No good. Rebound. Fought for. Taken by Baylor Shireman. Under a minute to play. Pritchard gets it down low. Vucevic guarded by Grimes. Big mismatch. Vuce puts it up. No good. Rebound tip taken by VJ. He's doing everything tonight, man. VJ to Grimes. He'll pull a deep 3. Not a good look. Sixers going 2 for 1 there, but I thought you could have got a better shot than that. 17 on the shot clock, 24 on the game clock. Oubre knocks it away from Pritchard. Pritchard gets it back. Gets it to Brown. Back to Pritchard. Open three. No good. Bona with the rebound. 9 seconds left. VJ with 5 seconds left. Crosses half court. Screen from Bona. VJ for three. Short. And that'll take us to the fourth quarter. Sixers up by, what is that, 7? Quick math. Sixers up 7, 84-77 as we head into this fourth quarter. And I need every Sixer fan right now, get those 4s in the chat. It's fourth quarter time. It's time to beat Boston, baby. Let's go. Spam those 4s. Just like I am right now. Spam those 4s. Daver Jones, Naheem Irwin, Philly Boy, my dad in the chat as well. Jim typing those 4s. Latoon, Karina, Philly Boy, the Rav, fourth quarter. Karina spamming those 4s. Love to see it. Love to see it. Let's go. Naheem typing those 4s as well. Come on, man. Up 7, headed into the fourth. Gotta hold on. Gotta win the game. Go back to Philly. Tied 1-1. I skip work. What a name. We're one of the best fourth quarter teams in the league. Let's play it well, boys. Yeah, Sixers all year have been an awful third quarter team, but a really good fourth quarter team. Able to weather the storm in that third quarter. Despite Boston making a couple of pushes where, Sixers started the third quarter up, 62-54, so they were up 8. Celtics got the lead down to as little as 3, but Sixers now up 7. Keep typing those 4s. Naheem, Anthony Barnes, James Fields, Ronnie Goodwin Jr. Let's go, baby. I'm going to change the poll question in the chat as well. Is Maxey coming back in? Yeah, Maxey will be back in. He might play the entire fourth. All right, new poll question coming up. Fourth quarter time. Let me know who you got in the new poll question. 1 second here. There we go. That's up. New poll question's up. Let's go, baby. Victor Wembanyama has officially entered concussion protocol, is out for the remainder of Game 2 against Portland. Wow. The most points scored in a playoff game by a rookie in Sixers history is 35 by Andrew Toney in 1981. VJ is 27 right now. We'll see if he can break that record. Here we go. Fourth quarter time. Bring it home, as Q Genius says. Celtics will start with it. Tatum over to Derrick White. Derrick White gets a good look from 3 and immediately knocks it down. Not how you want to start there for Philadelphia. Just wide open. It's inexplicable. Here's Edwards. Edwards drives. Crazy layup. Bad shot from Edwards. Got to wonder how some of those young players like him, like Bona, as Hauser misses a 3, goes back to Pritchard. Offensive rebounds, man. That's 15 for Boston. Pritchard guarded by Bona. Bona doing a great job on defense. And just a tough shot from Pritchard. That's not Bona's fault right there. A tough fadeaway midi over the extended arms of Bona. All of a sudden, it's a 2-point ball game in the blink of an eye. Maxey to Edwards. Over to George, working on Tatum. Step back two. Smooth shot for PG. Big time. Now Tatum. Queta falls down off the screen. Sixers do a good job getting back. Pritchard. Now guarded by Grimes. Spin move into the paint. Good defense. Has to pick it up. 5 to shoot. White. Deep three. No good. Edwards corrals the rebound. Every possession in a fourth quarter like this is so huge. The Sixers going to go back to Paul George posting up Tatum. George tries to go baseline, and he'll be fouled by Tatum. Tatum with a bump. That'll be number 3 on Tatum. $425 people watching live. You want the Sixers to win. Hit that thumbs up icon. Hit that like button, baby. Now George posting up on Pritchard. 3 to shoot. George out to Edwards. 1 to shoot. His 3. Got it to go! Justin Edwards! A big time 3! Sixers back up 7. With the shot clock winding down, Edwards made the Celtics pay for leaving him open. Now Tatum off the Queta screen. Gets it down low to Queta. And no resistance inside. Queta lays it up with the right hand. Not sure where Bona was there. Lost on the screen. Now here's Maxey trying to get it to George. Tatum clinging to him like glue. Finally gets it there. Off the Bona screen. George drives in. And he'll be fouled. George will go to the line. He earned that one, man. He got hacked. And who's that going to be on? And foul's going to be on Neemias Queta. So that'll be Queta's 2nd. Thought it could have been on Tatum. Would have been his 4th. George to the line with the Sixers up 89-84. His first free throw. Got it. Sam Hauser checks out. I think Jaylen Brown just came back in. Georgia's 2nd free throw. Butter. Back to a 7-point ball game. 3 minutes into quarter number 4. Oh, come on, man. Close this one out, please. Here's Tatum, guarded by PG, and going to be a foul underneath. And I believe that's going to be on Bona, who is trying to prevent Queta from setting the screen. Just the 2nd on Bona, so that's all right. Just eat up minutes until Drummond can come back in. Now Tatum off a couple screens here. Sixers send a couple bodies at him. Leave Jaylen Brown wide open for 3. Lucky there with the miss. Great rebound from Edwards. Some good minutes here from Edwards. Took a bad shot early, but a couple good rebounds. Hit that big 3. Now Maxey with it. Getting a screen from George. Jaylen Brown switches on. Maxey gets it to Paul George now, posting up on Derrick White. Clear size advantage. George gets inside. Shots blocked by Jaylen Brown. Perfect timing on the help. Blocked him from behind. Now Jaylen Brown going to post up Maxey. Maxey steals it away. Bona picks it up. Oh my God, give it up. Give it up. And Bona down the lane misses the layup. Give up the ball. Why is Bona taking it coast to coast? He got to the basket but missed. Now Brown inside. Thought he traveled. Instead, it's going to be a Derrick White 3. No good. Another fantastic rebound by Edwards. And a foul called on the Sixers? It's on Grimes. who is down there fighting as well. Man, Bona has to give this ball up on the fast break. Why is he taking it coast to coast? All right, coming off the foul. Sixers still up 7, 91-84. Here's Derrick White. Screen from Tatum. Now White gets it to Tatum. Maxey switches on. Pass knocked away by George. And going to be out of bounds with 3 seconds left to shoot for Boston. Cannot give up points here if you're the Sixers. 487 people watching live. Sub for Sixers dubs. If you ain't subscribed, you ain't alive. White gets it into Jaylen Brown. Working on Edwards. Blocked! Justin Edwards blocks the shot. Now Maxey the other way with a left hand. No good. Tough shot there. We've seen Maxey hit those before. Now Tatum, deep three. No good. That's why I love the Celtics, man. They'll chuck up those threes all day. You can have those all day, man. Sixers now slowing it down. Celtics just 3-9. And Sixers will now call timeout. With 7:27 left to go in this fourth quarter, Sixers still hold a 7-point lead. Sub for Sixers dubs, baby. Come on. Win the damn game. Close it out. Beat Boston. Tie it up 1-1. Let's go. All right, Sixers call timeout. We're in commercial break. Going to take a second to tell you one last time about our sponsor for today's show. That is Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Postseason basketball is here. No better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. Super simple to use. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, choose flex play or power play, and you're on your way. If you want some inspiration for your picks, you can follow me on the Prize Picks app with their new social feeds feature where you can also follow your friends, copy lineups with a single click. My username on there is @JChip. If you want to go give me a follow, you can see my picks before I even reveal them on the show. And we have a great offer for new users as well. Again, for new users, download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. That link in the description, and I'm throwing it in the live chat as we speak. Quick update on my lineup. Speaking of, it's not cooked quite yet, although it's certainly close. I had $10 to win 60. Jaylen Brown, less than 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's got 36. So a single bucket will get it done with still 7.5 to go. Paul George, more than 2.5 3-pointers made. He's at 2. Only need one more. Tyrese Maxey, more than 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's at 27. So still a little bit to go there. But we know Maxey can heat up in an instant. All right, let me know who you got. Are the Sixers going to hold on in this one? Type PHI if you got the Sixers. BOS if you got the Celtics. Let me know. Card guy saying Sixers. Gene, bring the W home, Philadelphia. James, we're going to shock the world. DUX, you guys think the Sixers can get game 3 if we win tonight? Why not? You're back at home, coming off a hopefully big win if you can close this one out, but I'm not worried about game 3 until we finish game 2. Got to finish this one. Anthony Barwin, let's go Sixers. Naheem, type in those PHIs. Ducks again, typing Sixers all day. Anthony Barnes, PHI. David Jones, typing those PHIs. Come on, get in the chat. 465 people watching. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Naheem says, put the Celtics away. Put them away. Put them to sleep. Also, is Embiid definitely coming back in the series? No. Look, I'd be surprised if he does come back. I'm not going to lie. I know he's back with a strength and conditioning program, but there's still so many steps he has to cover to get back on the floor. He has to get back in shape, and then he has to get back to playing basketball. And a potential Game 7, if it even got that far, is in less than 2 weeks. Saturday, May 2nd. So I don't know. I wouldn't count on it. Ronnie Goodwin typing those PHIs. Lego Eagle. Come on, Sixers. All right, here we go. Back in action in this fourth quarter. Sixers have it out of the timeout, up 91-84. Maxey off the screen from Bona. Finds Edwards. Big three. Edwards in and out. Oh, that rolled around the rim. Would have been a big shot. Instead, Jaylen Brown now. Shot blocked by, I think, Paul George. Sixers maintain it. Leads to a Tatum corner three. Gets it to go. Lead cut down to 4. Big time shot from Tatum. VJ Edgecombe out there with the rock. He'll get a screen. He'll get an open look from 3. That was a brick there. Celtics are giving him that. He's been making them mostly all night, but couldn't hit that. Now Tatum out to Jaylen Brown, guarded by George. Couple crossovers. Midi. Good. 2-point ball game. And that kills the prize picks. But I'm all worried about the Sixers winning this game right now. Celtics fans are on their feet. It's loud in TD Garden. Can the Sixers shut him up? Maxey, pull up 3. No good. Needed that one. Celtics can tie or take the lead. Six minutes to play. Tatum, 3, short. Rebound goes to Bona, and he'll be fouled by Queta. And looks like Kelly Oubre is going to come into this ball game here. Man, the Sixers on that previous possession had the ball in their hands after blocking a shot at Jaylen Brown. The difference that would have made if it ended up in a Tatum 3. PHLY Eagles. Fly Eagles fly in the chat. Let's go, baby. Sixer ball. Kelly Oubre's checked in. He comes in for Edwards, who gave you some good minutes, man. Maxey, screen from Drummond. Maxey, crossover, 3. Good! Tyrese Maxey for 3! Sixers back up 5. If Boston's going to keep playing that deep drop coverage, Maxey will have that shot all game. He's got 20 now, does Tyrese. Here's Tatum, guarded closely by Oubre. Oh, Paul George tried to help off the corner, got caught napping. Luckily, Derrick White misses the 3. Rebounds tipped from VJ into the hands of Tyrese Maxey. 5 minutes to play. Maxey off the screen, another pull-up 3. Maxey again! From downtown! Timeout, Boston! Let's go! Sixers up by 8! How about Maxey back-to-back 3s? Get out of that drop coverage, Boston! Come on! Come on! Spam those zeros for my guy Maxey. Maxey from deep. Spam those zeros. Woo! You're late. It's 97-89. Sixers lead. That's a score on screen right now, man. Let's go. Oh, look at Maryland Severino Santos spamming those zeros. That's what I like to see. Anthony Barnes, Latoon, Philly boy, all typing those zeros. Miladama as well. Justin McIntyre, 536 people watching live. Sub for Sixers. Dubs, baby. Hit that sub button. If you want to see a Sixers win, we give you free Sixers coverage all year long. Videos all throughout the week. Not just watch parties, but right now we're locked in here. 5 minutes to play. Sixers up by 8. Maxey playing out of his mind. Look at everyone typing those zeros. Justin, Keith, Champion Den, November Southpaw, Ronnie Goodwin, Fly Eagles Fly, Ruffles Official. Elvis, I'm not going to lie, after last game, I didn't think they'd punch back. They came in with no fight, tails tucked. That's what she thought was going to happen. Sixers have responded, man, and I'm proud of how this game has gone. Certainly, they could have come out, laid an egg, but they have fought all game. But 5 minutes to go. There's so much time in this game. Close it out. Close it out. Hit that sub button if you want to see a Sixers win. Let's go. The Sixers can smell blood in the water, baby. I love it, though. Playing ball, playing team ball tonight. Yes, sir. All right, we're still in commercial break here after the Celtics called a timeout. David LaBouffe typing those zeros, typing those PHIs. Sub for Sixers dubs, baby. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe. The saving graces all night. How about Edgecombe with 27 tonight? 20 of those coming in the first half, 16 of those in the second quarter. And now Maxey getting it going up to 23, hitting back-to-back threes. And again, the Sixers, or the Celtics, in that drop coverage, they're giving Maxey those pull-up threes. He'll live with that all day long, man. All right, here we go. It's winning time. 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. The Sixers have the stones to hold on against Boston. Here we go. Derrick White will bring it up, guarded by Maxey. Look at a screen from Tatum. Now George guarding Tatum, who gets a screen from Queta. And Tatum turns it over, stolen by VJ. What a read by the rookie. Another turnover for Boston. Smelling blood in the water. Maxey, drive, layup. No good. Drummond with the tip. Drummond with the follow. Puts the Sixers up by 10. An 8-0 run over the last minute for Philadelphia. 4.5 to play. Now Jaylen Brown. Over to White. Back to Jaylen Brown. Guarded by Maxey. He hits Maxey in the face. Offensive foul. We're going the other way. Another turnover for Boston. They're crumbling. They're crumbling. Yeah, and Brown, face right to the chin of Tyrese Maxey. Another turnover. Fourth foul on Jaylen Brown. Sub for Sixers dubs. Let's go. 600 people watching live. Make some noise in the chat. Maxey off the Drummond screen. Finds Kelly Oubre. Corner three. Good! Kelly Oubre! Kelly Oubre for three. Timeout Boston. Sixers up by 13 with 4 minutes left to play. Let's go! R. Wilson in the chat. Fly, Eagles, fly. Sup for dubs, man. Can the Sixers finish the job in Boston? And I'll tell you what, I'm not too far away from our Celtics studio here. They're also live right now. They're real quiet over there, man. They're real quiet over there. I don't know. Sub for Sixers dubs. Justin, let's go Sixers. Debbie, let's go Debbie. Chat is flying. Lego says, we want Boston. Close this one out, man. Close this one out. There's still plenty of time. I'm not satisfied till the game is over, but an 11-0 run for the Sixers. They were up just 2. Now they're up 13. Come on, man. Win the damn ball game. Let's go. We're back. Celtics. Derrick White with it. Oh, nearly turned it over. Gets it to Tatum. Tatum drives inside. Lob to Vucevic. And a foul on Oubre. Oh, he doesn't like the call. As Tatum tried to get it to Vooch underneath. And it's going to be a foul on the floor, so Celtics will inbound it. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know about that one. I think Oubre got all ball regardless. It'll be the fourth foul on Kelly. Now Jaylen Brown, guarded tightly by Kelly. Thought he traveled. Now he gets a switch on Maxey. It's what he's looking for. Step back three. What a shot from Jaylen Brown. Maxey did a phenomenal job contesting that. Jaylen Brown, just an insane shot. Sixers hold a 10-point lead. 3.5 to play. 33 for Jaylen Brown. Drummond sets a Maxey screen. Now the Celtics are playing up on those screens. No more drop coverage. Maxey across the court to VJ. He's guarded by Peyton Pritchard. 5 to shoot. VJ, his three. Good! VJ Edgecombe over Peyton Pritchard. And he gives him a little wink. What a shot from VJ. Jaylen Brown, Vucevic, right corner three. No good. Paul George, skies up for the rebound. VJ Edgecombe, man. He's been so clutch all year. What a big-time shot off the dribble. Now Maxey working on White. He'll reset. Now a crossover. Gets the rim. Reverse layup. And the foul! Tyrese Maxey! Talking to the Celtics crowd. And it's a 15-point Sixers lead. Tatum on the foul. Maxey to the line. What a job by the Sixers here in the fourth quarter. Boston made their run, brought it within 2. Now after that free throw by Maxey, Sixers up 16 with 2:40 to play. Derrick White finds Vucevic, gets an open top of the key three, around and out. And it's feeling like the Sixers might be walking home and heading home Friday in Philly with a win. And yes, the Celtics are going to put in all their reserves. They're going to call it. Maxey, floater, why not one more? Gets his own rebound, puts it back up, no good. At this point, the 16-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Just put in the backups, man. Here's Jaylen Brown. Step back three is good. Oh, my. He has been phenomenal all night. 13-point game, 2 minutes to play. Just don't turn the ball over and don't foul. Well, and now Tatum here fouls Paul George. And looks like, the Celtics will empty the bench. Baylor, Shireman, Ron Harper Jr., Jordan Walsh. We'll check into the game. Jaylen Brown, looks like Brown and Tatum. No, Brown goes to the bench. Let's go, man. Sixers going to keep their starters in. But Brown heads to the bench. Yeah, Sixers going with all their Celtics going with all their reserves here. It's Paul George at the line. He misses the first free throw. I'd probably take out my starters if I was Nick Nurse, but looks like he's keeping them in. How about the Sixers tonight, man? It was almost a must-win game for the Sixers. Paul George misses both free throws. Really almost a must-win game for the Sixers after falling down 1-0 in a blowout fashion in Game 1. What a response here in Game 2. And really, outside of one bad stretch in the first quarter, the Sixers were far and away the better team. Here's Harper Jr. Finds Luka Garza. His corner three, no good. VJ Edgecombe with the rebound. Looks like Nurse will just leave his starters in the rest of the game. But this one is all but over. Maxey, 5 to shoot. Oh my God, he just broke somebody in the Celtics and knocked down the three. Are you kidding me? Who is that? Who's 44 in the Celtics? He just sent him to the floor. Oh my goodness. Who is that? I don't even know who that is. 44 on Boston? Oh my God, Maxey dropped him. Here's Jordan Walsh. Baylor Shireman. Number 44 just bricked a three. I literally don't know who this is. I know everybody else in the court for Boston. I don't know who 44 is. Garza. Reverse layup good. 30 seconds left. Sixers will dribble this one out. And that's going to do it, baby. The Sixers with a big-time win to tie up the series 1-2-1. Everybody in the chat right now, spam those W's, baby. Spam those W's. As Celtics fans leave the arena, they're shell-shocked. The Sixers, without Joel Embiid, go into Boston and win Game 2, and now go back home with a chance to take a 2-1 series lead. It felt like this series was all Boston after Game 1, after that 32-point blowout win for the Celtics, but the Sixers respond. I have not seen this kind of toughness and mentality from a Sixers team in a long time. But how about VJ with 30, Maxey with 29, leading the Sixers here tonight. Spam those W's, baby. Spam those W's. We'll see you in Philly on Friday night. Let's go. (111-97) Sixers win. And who was that got his ankles absolutely cooked for Boston? Max Shulga. Shout out to Max Shulga. Came in the game, missed a three, and got dropped to the earth by Tyrese Maxey. Come on, man. Spam those W's. Wow, that is a huge, huge win. Now all the Sixers have to do is protect home court, and they would win this series. If they can win these 2 games at home and take a 3-1 series lead, that'd be big. But you know what? For now, let's enjoy this one, man. And yeah, Nate, we're the fans that said it was going to be a sweep, huh? All these Celtics fans thought it was going to be easy. They thought they were going to steamroll the Sixers. Well, guess what? They were mentally tough tonight. Whenever Boston made a push, the Sixers made a run of their own. More reminiscent of the game against the Magic from this Sixers team here tonight. And every game that they win extends the possibility for Embiid to possibly return. Although, again, I'm not very optimistic Embiid will return. Keith, what's all that trash talk you Boston fans were talking about? Yeah, where all the Celtics fans at now in my chat, huh? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Sixers win. We'll see you for Game 3 in Philly. Now, unfortunately, not going to be able to be live for that game, which sucks. That's a huge game, and I wish I could be live for that. But with the NFL draft happening, I have an obligation to help cover that on Friday for our Eagles channel. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to be live on Friday because the game, again, is during the NFL draft, and I'll be live for that on our Eagles channel. But we will be live for Game 4 on Sunday, so hopefully the Sixers can pick up a big win. Play the effing song. Is Smitty doing that game for Boston? TBD. TBD. I'm not sure if he's doing that either. I'm not really sure yet. If he is, though, I want y'all to go into his chat on Friday and rate it. All my Sixers fans. Come on, baby. They mad. They mad, Q Genius. They mad. They thought it was easy. And now this gives the Sixers belief, right? More than anything, you win that game, it's a 1-1 series, Philly goes home, they now know they can beat this Boston team. They now know they can beat this Boston team. And Jaylen Brown had a phenomenal game. Now, it wasn't a great Tatum game. Tatum, 19 points, 8 of 19 from the field. But really, nobody out of Jaylen Brown could score tonight. I mean, Jaylen Brown had 36, Tatum had 19, Vucevic 8, Derrick White 8, Queta 8, Hauser 6, Pritchard 4. Derrick White was 2 of 10 from 3. Yes, Edwards was a game changer, my one. Edwards was a game changer. What a night. What a win for the Sixers. All right, here's what I'm going to do, because I want to be able to get a post-game short and a post-game video out for you guys. So I'll hang out for a little while longer. I'm going to put on a super chat shot clock. So I'm going to start a 2-minute timer on my phone. Any super chat that comes in will keep the show rolling. If not, that's totally fine. We'll sign off. I'll have a short up for you guys and a video breaking down my initial reaction to this ball game. What a win. And there we go. Peter Thurman gets us started, a $20 super chat. Yeah, Maxey clip farming at the end, Colin. That's hilarious, getting that sick crossover. Peter Thurman with a 20. Shout out to the legend, the real one, the realist, Peter Thurman. And yeah, Daver, the crowd in Philly is going to be crazy. They were great for that Magic playing game. I can only imagine now what they're going to be like after this win. If the Sixers had lost this game, they went to Philly down 2-0, crowd still would have been good, right? But with this win, now it's 1-1, a chance to take a 2-1 series lead. Woo! Philly is going to be going nuts. All right, Peter, I'm trying to get this up for you. It's having a little bit of trouble right now. Reed, let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, I can't wait for Friday. I'll tell you what. I'll be working the NFL draft. I'll be having that game up, no doubt about it. Peter with a 20. And Peter, with that, we got a beer bong coming. This one's basically empty. I'm just going to finish it real quick. And then I got another one here, Peter, for you. I got another one here. Sixers sickos. What's up from Richard? I love that. Do we have any expectation of Embiid finishing ramping up? So I'll talk about this more in the post-game show, but I do not have any expectations for Embiid to play in this series. I would still be shocked. And my reasoning is, they said he started his strength and conditioning program. Cool. How long does that take? A week? Right? After that, he's still got to get back into basketball playing shape and be able to actually play basketball, which is a whole other thing than just getting in shape. And if we went to 7, that's still less than 2 weeks away. So I'd seriously doubt it. But yeah, Reed, this is Maxey's team. It was VJ Edgecombe's night tonight, man. What a legend. All right. We'll do this beer bong. I'll reset the 2-minute super chat shot clock. If you want us to stay live, any super chat that comes in the next 2 minutes, we'll reset the countdown. Here we go, Peter. Cheers. Ah. Peter, let's go. How did Edgecombe turn into prime Moses Malone? He was rebounding. He was boarding up. I mean, how about VJ tonight? 30 and 10. Are you kidding me? A 30 and 10 game for VJ Edgecombe? Unreal. Unreal. And he was dealing with injuries all game. We'll see if he is dealing with any lingering effects of that injury, but hopefully not. Shout out to VJ, man. Appreciate all you guys. This was such a fun stream. Still 262 people watching. We're 1 like away from 200. Can we get there? Can we get there before the stream ends? We're 1 like away from 200. I'd love to get there. We have 30 seconds before I sign off. I would love to get there. There it is. There it is, man. David, I'm so happy my birthday Thursday, and this is an early birthday present, beating them darn Celtics. David, happy early birthday. And yeah, man, doesn't get much better than this. Doesn't get much better than this. What a night. Sixers win. Peter, like this, John. Hey, we're up to 210 likes now. Shout out to you guys, man, for a fantastic night. Shout out to the Sixers for getting that dub. Putting us even for Game 3 on Friday. Again, unfortunately, I won't be able to be live for that one, but we will have coverage to come all throughout the week. So don't worry. We got you covered here on the program. All right, we're going to have some post-game coverage coming up for you guys here in just a minute. So be on the lookout for that. A little short, little video as well. Great win for the Sixers. Again, Game 3, pivotal on Friday. Shout out to all the real ones. Sixers, take down Boston. Let's go.